The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
We have waited a long time to be able to do a film review after a Jets win with Aaron Rodgers at quarterback. Well, today is the day. Andrew Fialkow joins us in his weekly spot. It's the Jake Asman Show. Let's hit it and get it started. Man, our Jets are primed for a historic season.
That wasn't a good win. That was a great win.
We bleed Jets green each and every day. This is not the same old Jets. We have Aaron freaking Rodgers. We have Garrett Wilson. Let's go. We have Brees Hall. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chat, baby. Cut the line. We have Sauce Gardner. We have Quinnen Williams. The Jets bandwagon is loaded. Now it's time to talk all things New York Jets. It's the Jake Asman Show. We have a home opener. Come on down. I'm doing a meet and greet at L5. Free tailgate. BYOB. BYOF. Your own beer, your own food. We're partying. The Burn, the Jersey Burn at L5 is at 6:30. So if you're going to the home opener, stop by L5 and say hello. And our guest today from JetsXFactor.com will be in attendance at our big tailgate 48 hours from right now. We say hello to the great Andrew Fialkow, who joins us in his weekly spot. What's up, Andrew?
How's it going, Jake? It's a good time to be a Jet fan, man. I can't even stop grinning. I've been so happy about the game. Just really happy we got the win and excited to finally have good film to go over for everyone.
No doubt. And we waited, as I said in the intro there, a long time to be able to do this with Rodgers. And the way he won the game, right? 5 for 5 on that final drive, the throw to Garrett, the throw to Mike Williams, changing the plays at the end with Braylon Allen. High-level quarterbacking, to say the least. You're a high-level film analyst, so you're going to screen share. We're going to break it all down. We got some plays from the offense, plays from the defense. Before we get into it, though, Andrew, watching it back, better or worse team performance overall after seeing the All-22? What did you make of the win?
It's a good question. I actually spent 2 days watching it because I'll watch a play and it'll take me maybe like 5 minutes during one play to like get through it. And there are 153 plays to get through. So it took me literally 2 days. I just finished this morning after going through it all. I think that it's very encouraging that I found like a couple of plays on offense that we'll go through even that we missed that could have even had a greater impact on the game. I think overall, the offense is going to continue to get better, and there are just certain things that are really encouraging, one being the offensive line. I mean, I don't know about you, Jake. I would have not predicted them gelling this quickly, this well, especially as pass blockers. I think in the run game, it's been a bit of a struggle. There's been like a couple just missed blocks and a couple just missed assignments, but in the pass game, I mean, they've been – I think Rodgers is the least pressured quarterback in the NFL after 2 weeks. And they're going against two good defensive fronts in the Niners and the Titans. So I'm just been shocked by that. I'm very, very encouraged that we ramped up Mike Williams after week 1. He got a lot more burn in week 2, and he looks the part. I think he's going to add a huge dynamic option to our offense. Defensively, that's another story. I feel like we're not going to really talk about that a ton today. I think Jamie and Sherwood stepped up tremendously as a linebacker for us when CJ went down. He really provides like a difference to our defense, just speed wise, in terms of speed. Just in contrast to CJ, I think CJ is just a little bit slower right now, but obviously cerebral wise, he's a smarter player. I don't know. I'm at the point where I think we kind of need Hassan Reddick because we're looking at like Braden McGregor and Tack McKinley, they're going to start needing to play some significant snaps, obviously with JJ going down, which was super, super unfortunate situation. But everyone talking about Sauce having a horrible game. I don't pay much attention to it. There's times where corners don't play well, and that one touchdown to Ridley was like a magic trick, how that landed in his hands, and Chuck Clark didn't get there in time to make the pass breakup. So we can talk about the defense after, but I think offensively I'll go through like most of my thoughts during the film.
And before we get to the film, you brought up the offensive line. Rich Samiti had this nugget. This is from Next Gen Stats. The offensive line for the Jets has allowed just a 25% pressure rate through 2 weeks. That's the 5th lowest in the league. PFF has the Jets as the 2nd best offensive line in pass protection. So depending on what advanced analytic you want to look at, this passing protection has been outstanding so far. And Rodgers gets the ball out quick anyway, so that also helps.
Yeah, they play hand in hand together. But on some plays where he held the ball, one play actually he held the ball a little too long and got sacked, but he hasn't been taking many sacks. There's not been so many negative plays. I mean, I was just rewatching it actually, and like the intentional grounding was tough. And man, he really takes the play clock down to like 1 second every single time, which if it was basically any other quarterback, I'd be like, what the hell is he doing? But I know Rodgers is using every single second to gain as much intel on what the defense is doing. So I don't really mind it as much. And he generally gets us into the best looking plays. So, but yeah, besides that, I think the penalties, there haven't been too many holding calls that I could think of. And yeah, just limiting the negative plays is really important to become an efficient offense. Now that I'm even thinking about it, after that huge Garrett play on the last drive, there's like a either outside zone or a toss play to Brees that went for -6 yards, and it was 2nd and 16. So
right,
I'm saying that, but look, all that matters, we got the win and looked good doing so. And the reason we got the win was because of Aaron Rodgers, which is why we brought him here.
No doubt. If you have a question for Andrew throughout the film review, super chat it in. If you're watching live right now, please hit the like button. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. If you haven't done so already, I want to thank everyone who takes time to watch the show each and every day. And I bring up subscribing to the channel because as of right now, I'm just 2 subscribers away from 38,000. So hopefully we can hit that at some point during the show. So if you're one of the 270 people tuned in live right now, click the subscribe button and help me get to that 38,000 number. All right, Andrew, you'll screen share and let's start breaking down the all 22. We'll do the offense first. Then we'll get into some of the defensive plays as well from this Jets 24-17 win over the Titans, the first official win of a full game magnitude for Aaron Rodgers as the Jet quarterback. Technically, as he joked, his 2nd win as the starter, but we will not count week 1 last year. All right, here we go. First play. I'm going to go full screen with you, Andrew, so now everyone can see your screen. Break it down for us. What do we got?
Okay, awesome. So, oh, wait, I didn't want to – sorry. You know what? I didn't want to do this one first. My bad. Let me get to it. This one's like the last play of the game. I wanted to do this like later.
Save the best for last. Come on.
Let's see what we got here. Is this the Brees touchdown? Okay, we can start with this. Yeah, this is like the play. I feel like every play I'm gonna go over has been talked about so much in the media, but I thought this was really cool. 5 wide, we were doing a lot. So just going empty, it allows Rodgers to really understand what the defense is doing. It's really hard to not show your hand as a defense if you're going empty because you need to match up on the outside, which is what Brees was talking about before the play. Linebacker on a running back usually designates man coverage. So you see man coverage. I mean, Rodgers did this the first game, but he's checking so much at the line, like doing as much as he can at the line. There he does a little hand signal. I think it was just so what you're going to get is a stick, and a go. I think he was just doing that just to keep the defense honest, but I think he knew where he wanted to go here. Was to Brees. And I can't really put into words how valuable it is to have a running back that can run a go route and high point the ball with this type of body control and finish the catch. Now, Rodgers talked about this in one of his interviews. He's like, yep, I just during my drop, kept my helmet straight, watched the free safety, boom, boom.
Look at that pocket too, by the way.
Good point. I didn't even mention that. I mean, Tyron Smith it was so good. I felt this game. Moses looks great there. Tippmann, unbelievable. AVT going to get some help in. Simpson, great job on Jeffrey Simmons, who's awesome. But like you said, and like we've been saying, it's 1, 2, 3. hitch, ball out. And I can't even I got to go back to the other view because it is not normal. That's why when we talk about running backs and their value, like a lot of them provide value just as runners, which look, it's a passing league. It's been a passing league for a while, but that's why I've spoken about Breece Hall in the sense of like he's Christian McCaffrey level of an effect on an offense. Like he kind of got bumped here. Like I would assume Rodgers honestly would want this ball to be a little bit farther out towards the end zone.
He even said in the postgame, Andrew, that he didn't throw the best ball he felt like to Breece.
Okay. Yeah, so Breece kind of has to stop. I mean, this is as he gets this. So right now, ball's not in his hands. And if I could zoom in and if we could all see, the defender is fully making contact with him. He's fully making contact with him. He jumps up, high points the ball that's insanely strong hands and finishes the play. Like this would be if Garrett made this play, I'd be like, damn, this is a hell of a rep. We're talking about our running back here. Like this is not normal. It's just so good that we have a guy like this that's our running back that can make plays out of the backfield in the receiving game at this magnitude. I mean, this really changes the game. When you have a guy on the outside, you can't just put a linebacker on him. Like the Pats are going to be watching this film saying, like what are we going to do when Breece lines up wide? Because really, and what we saw last year, Jake, this was just a runoff route, meaning like it was just to get the defense. It's like just to get like guys to flow in the defense the other way. It's a nothing route. But most people, when they send the running back on a go route, it's like what I'm saying is just to clear out the defense on that side. Now you have to be honest with it because Breece is a really damn good route runner, and he just blows right by the linebacker. And now it's something that all defenses that play us have to keep in mind when we go 5 wide or when we split Breece out.
It really is amazing to watch it, and you just see the hand signals there. Just so much that goes into each play with Aaron at quarterback. And you're 100% right about what Breece brings to the offense as a receiver. And I noticed this, and you were at some training camp practices too, Andrew. I mean, they lined Breece up everywhere this summer.
Yeah.
Like I knew this was coming based on some of the personnel usage we saw at practice. I mean, they were treating Breece like he was their second best pass catcher on the team, which until Mike Williams is up to speed, you could argue he is.
Yeah, 100%. I kind of thought Conklin was going to have a bigger role, honestly, in the offense going forward. But it seems like he's just getting his feet wet with Rodgers. Look, Breece is so talented. Like it really is just the best. He's really just the second best guy, like you said, right now. Obviously, I think Mike Williams will take that spot once he's fully healthy. But it's just super, super valuable having a guy that can do that. Because when you look at the Jets receivers, like, oh damn, like Mike Williams is getting back into things. Like Lazard has not been great, but he has continuity with Rodgers. It's just Garrett. Well, no, because we have guys like this as our running backs who can make big plays. So it really means a lot.
It's a great first play to kind of get us rolling here. What do we have here in the second play?
So I just kind of wanted to give Hackett his flowers a little because I actually thought he called a pretty good game. Besides, I mean, I don't enjoy when he does the run pass type thing, no matter how creative the run is. I thought there were some concepts that we honestly missed on. Like, I really thought the offense was very, very efficient when I guess the second half on. They felt more efficient than it really was. But Rodgers was on the McAfee show earlier saying like they just haven't had that many plays on the field. But I thought this was a really good concept here. It's just going to be, before I play, a little play action with 2 pullers. So it's going to be like a fake counter play. And then you're going to have Garrett on like this almost like corner post. And it's going to come wide open. This is just another play that we just didn't hit that could have been a huge explosive. So you see roll Rodgers out. Just keep an eye on Garrett here. Garrett's wide open there. So why that didn't work essentially was everything was great about this play except that, unfortunately, this is Alan Lazard on a defensive lineman. Now, I don't know why that happened, and I'm sure that's not what you want because if Rodgers was able to have a clean pocket here, which the rest of the pocket's very clean, he's going to see when I press play, Garrett break and going to turn the safety full around and Garrett have all this green grass. So while the plays that they hit were great, there are still a lot of plays out there that are hittable and that are going to be hit soon. It's just taking reps. Like it's just chemistry, and hopefully next time we run up this play or a play similar to this, we have a guy come over like Brees right there. I would love him to go chip this D end so you can let Rodgers set up in the pocket and not just get pressure and then be like, oh, let me just dump it off. Because this play, I bet you they're watching the film room saying, yeah, we got Garrett on this because it's a really good concept.
Is Garrett the first read there, though, or it looks like Brees is the first read, or is that just because of how the pocket kind of developed?
Yeah, that's a good question and point. Like, I don't know who the first read is because it seems like Rodgers is thinking to himself, like, okay, like I turned my back, like I just got set from this little rollout, and I see whoever that is on Allen Lazard, probably just gonna get the ball out or I'm gonna get hit. I'm pretty sure that he would set here and flip his hips and get this to Garrett. Like Garrett's running this route very hard in the sense of it looks like he thinks he's gonna get the ball. So it's just like a good point, like you said. It's just going to be like on the offense to just clean that up of how do we not get Allen Lazard blocking a DN. And I do think this would be this is being set up as an explosive play. It's really a 2-man route with Brees sneaking off in the flat. But this is going to a play that they're going to hit in the future. And I get more excited almost seeing plays like this because I'm like, yeah, the potential of this offense is really, really high because there are explosives that we're missing that are just misses because of missed assignments. Just like a tough break here, having Allen on a D end. And we have guys like Garrett that I'm just, the bottom line, Jake, is I'm happy that Hackett is dialing up plays like this. Like this is encouraging to me.
Yeah. To be fair to Hackett, I talked about this already this week. I mean, he listened, he used Allen and Brees on the field together. I'm sure you're going to have that play. Like that's a good job by the play caller getting Aaron. Aaron said it on McAfee today. You gotta get your best 11 on the field. Braylon Allen, he's like he's one of our best 11.
Yep. Yeah, I think that was a great point by Aaron also. So I think this is the only other not non-completion from the offense that I have. And again, I wanted to show it because again, happy with Hackett, and this is just as uncharacteristic of a Rodgers play as you can find. So it's going to be like a split zone. I think Rucker's going to come in motion, or Bates, that is. Let's see. So Rucker comes in motion. So it's a split zone action. You see the linebackers flowing up. You're going to get one-on-one with Garrett. Just going to get stem inside, boom, break outside. Now, right here, this quite possibly could be a touchdown. As many times as I watched this film, I don't even remember when this was during the game. I feel like this was the third quarter. But look at Rodgers hit the top of his drop. And Garrett, all he has is green grass. Rodgers goes to release it. I'll show an end zone clip. Garrett even puts his hand up. Didn't pull it. This is the one play I have zero explanation for. Like I would just love to hear Rodgers, and I'll show it best from the end zone angle. It's a really good hard play fake, great play fake. All the linebackers flow up. Right here, so Garrett breaks open. He's wide open.
Oh, my God. He's wide open. I can't believe Aaron didn't throw this.
And look at Aaron. He goes to throw it. That's he's going to go pat the ball and throw it. Staring at it. Like, it's almost like he just, this is the one play I just don't have an explanation for. He's setting his body up to throw it to him. Doesn't throw it.
If Zach Wilson did this, we'd kill him. Thank God Aaron then went out there and went 5 for 5 on the game-winning drive.
Absolutely, man. I mean, just to run it back again, I'll show you when he goes to pat the ball to throw it. Look at Garrett breaking wide open downfield.
Maybe he was shocked how open he was or something like that.
It's hard for me to think that it's anything besides maybe he thought – if this was Zach, I would be like, oh, maybe he thinks that this guy's sinking into it. But Rodgers, he's going to be able to loft this ball down the field for probably a touchdown or a big explosive at that. He's going to release the ball right here. He's staring right at it, staring. Garrett's about to put his hand up. Yo, throw it. Nope. And didn't throw it. So this is all good in my eyes. Like I'm okay with this. Like this is not something that Rodgers has ever done in his long career. This is not a habit. This is not something that will happen again. This will get hit next time on this great play fake and Garrett getting wide open. This will be hit. And for everyone that owns Garrett in fantasy, big days to come. And it's because of plays like that.
Yeah, that's good. I haven't seen anyone online break down that play yet. So good job by you finding that.
Yeah, got you. All right, let's get into the good stuff now. So, actually, I can't even get into the good stuff yet because this was literally my favorite play of the game, and it was an incompletion. I think this was Rodgers' best throw of the game.
Let's see it.
I think this was 3rd and 15, third quarter. Really, like one of my favorite concepts that you could run if you have an O-line that could hold up, because it's a pretty long developing concept. You're going to get Lazard on the long clear out. I think people will know this play. It's just called dagger. It's just a dagger concept with Mike Williams on the deep in. Now, this play was roughing the passer. The Jets actually got a first down on it. The throw that Rodgers makes here, and again, this play will be completed next week or the week after if they have to run it again, because this is just Mike Williams. He's just not all there yet with the amount of time he's played. He makes catches like this, though. So you get the long route from Lazard that clears, Mike on the in, and he just misses the diving catch, but end zone angle. I mean, the throw that Rodgers makes here is outrageous. So steps up into the pocket, Simmons right in his face. So almost like that's like how you see guys break their hand because they high five on the throw.
I got so nervous in real time watching this, though. I was thinking he was going to hurt his hands.
Yeah. I mean, this is like the first time I'm seeing it hand to hand, because I always saw it like hand to helmet, because that right when he got hit. But the absolute seed that Rodgers still throws on this with that's it. So that's his follow through. He gets no follow through basically, because he gets smashed in the face and almost hand. And look where this ball hits Mike Williams. That's insane.
It's
I mean,
crazy.
Mike's awesome for going full out on this, and like this is a play that he'll make full extension. I'll run it full time. Just misses it. Now the Jets got the first down here, but again, I love the concept. The throw is unbelievable.
They got the roughing call here, right? That's how they moved the chains.
Yep, they got the roughing call.
Yeah, because Simmons grabbed his helmet. Yeah, that's
smashed him in the helmet right when he threw it, which you can't do, and grabbed it. But I mean, man, Rodgers just making this throw is so encouraging to me. Like he still has every throw in the book. Like he still could get hit really hard, deliver a missile down the field on a 3rd and 15 that should have been completed, and guarantee you guys, this play will be completed in the future. Like it's just Mike Williams getting reps, and I love that play so much. Watching it back, I was like, wait, why didn't I see that? And I was like, oh, because they didn't even show the replay, because they just said, oh, it was roughing the passer. That's all they showed. Really, the downfield play was one of Rodgers' best throws of the game. This is like a 40-yard missile down the hash that hits your receiver right in the hands between 3 defenders. So another incompletion that was highly, highly positive in my book.
And you know what's funny too? I think the catch Williams made it on the game-winning drive maybe is more difficult than the one there, because he's diving forward on this one, but like, it's in his body. Or in the other one, it's like you got to time the jump perfectly. You got a defender draped on you. Like this was just maybe just a reps thing. He just has to practice in game action, wearing the full pads, diving forward and trying to make a completion.
Exactly. I totally agree with that. And I'm going to show the next play, which is after this play, which is definitely, I'd say, a harder catch with a guy draped all over you. But for Mike Williams, that's probably an easier catch, because he loves those contested catch situations. So now we have the 3rd and 1. I don't know about you, Jake. I was like, man, so my thought before the play, we're either in the most obvious run look up the middle, or we're going to throw it on 3rd and 1. So I was like, what the hell is going on? But then I always have to calm myself down, because I'm like, wait, we have Rodgers as a quarterback. He could do whatever the hell he wants at the line. And he really took over the game in the 4th quarter. Like it was just his calls, his audibles, him seeing the defense. And that's why every fan that might have been like, damn, like the clock's going down to 1. He's getting everything set. And it all shows up on tape. So what he sees right there, a safety going in motion with Conklin. So he's like, okay, no, I got man coverage. Now he's just setting the protection. Conklin, stay with that guy. The clock was at like 1 right now. And I'll slow this down. I'll play it fully and then slow it down. I mean, there's so much good about this play, but quickly, this, as he just said on the McAfee show, and I had alluded to and thought earlier, was an ad-libbed play. Because if you see his first read, it looks like it would be like Garrett breaking out right there, just staying skinny. Like right there, just stay skinny, go get 5 yards and get the first down. Almost like a little rub route with Lazard. That maybe not, because Lazard went under him. I don't know what the hell the concept was there. Maybe Garrett was supposed to be the rub route for Lazard on the under, but whatever. The fact that these two have this chemistry at this point, and Rodgers has this trust in him, I wanted to show you guys, when Rodgers releases this ball, Garrett is looking. on this side of his shoulder. The tracking here, he does a full 360 while the ball is in midair. It's not normal. Was that frozen?
You were a little choppy there.
Jake?
You hear me?
Okay, hang on. Yeah, I hear you.
You're good. Now we hear you again.
Hang on.
We got you.
Okay. I think it's because I have all these videos.
Because you have all these clips up at once. Yeah.
You want to get? Yeah. Hang on. Hang on. Sorry about this, folks.
You're good. Why don't we do this? You get the clips ready. All right. You do a quick reset.
Yeah.
And while Andrew gets situated, I'll remind everyone who's coming to the home opener on Thursday, who doesn't have tickets yet, that they should download the SeatGeek app and they should use SeatGeek and get tickets right now. Today's video is sponsored by SeatGeek with over 28 million downloads. SeatGeek is the #1 rated ticketing app on the market. There are more than 70,000 events on SeatGeek, including concerts, sports, festivals, and more. And guess what? This Thursday night, I will be at JetLife Stadium for the Jets and the Patriots. If you want tickets, here's what you need to do. You need to download the SeatGeek app right now and make sure that you use promo code Jake Asman at checkout and you will get $20 off your tickets for the Jet home opener on Thursday. SeatGeek makes it easy for you to get Jet tickets all season long. They put all the tickets across the web in one place to make sure you are getting a good deal. Each ticket is rated on a scale of 1 through 10. So look for the green dots. Green means good, like the Jets. Red means bad, like the Patriots. Once again, promo code Jake Asman for $20 off your tickets at SeatGeek. That's $20 off your first purchase with promo code Jake Asman. It's my first and last name. Make sure you click on the link in the description to download the app. Once again, code Jake Asman, $20 off your first SeatGeek order. Let's go Jets, baby. I will see you at MetLife on Thursday. Yeah, buddy. Shout out to SeatGeek for jumping on this week. Promo code Jake Asman for $20 off your first SeatGeek order, a.k.a. your purchase for Jets Patriots Thursday. They have every game on there, every sport, concerts, you name it. Check it out. Shout out to SeatGeek for being a part of our show this week. All right, let's bring Andrew back on, and let's hope we can get the film review back rolling here. Andrew, you look good. I want to pull up your screen right now. We now see the play. Go ahead, continue with the breakdown.
Okay, yeah. So just wanted to show ad-libbed route. I don't know where I got cut off. Just the trust to release the ball here with Garrett turned to his outside shoulder. And then he turns back in with the ball. Like this is like unbelievable ball tracking. Like I know it when I saw it live. I was like I was shocked because I was like, damn, he's gonna have to turn with the ball in the air, find it. He makes it look like it's nothing. Tracks the ball really easily. It was great on the end zone angle. Also, this is a 3rd and 1, and the protection here was awesome. Rodgers got them all set. The first read isn't there. Look at this little flick of the wrist.
And that's with Snead on him, too, by the way. It was a great corner.
Yep, with Snead on him. I mean, I think Snead was also thinking, oh, he's definitely breaking out here. If Snead was looking back at Rodgers, he'd be like, there's no way in hell he's about to like lead him upfield like this and him track it. Like the skill you have to be this good at ball tracking, turning with the ball in the air. I can't say it enough. And Rodgers hits him in stride. Just a massive, massive play that you really want to see from these two. Like it's imperative. Like these two run our offense. Like these are the two probably most important pieces on our offense, minus Tyron Smith. So to see them have this good chemistry week 2, it's a damn good sign, Jet fans.
I mean, the adjustment by Garrett is just insane. I heard Aaron say, for everyone else, that's a really tough catch. For him, it's easy. But it's just, I mean, think how often you're like, if you're a baseball player, you're in the outfield, you're trying to shag a fly ball, and you take a step in, you go the wrong way, it throws off everything if you're not athletic enough to come back. And this is in the NFL with an all-pro corner on him. 3rd and 1, games on the line here, tied at 17. And Garrett doing what he did there is insane.
Yeah, it's nuts. And it just looks way too casual. It's just not that easy. Like you said, it's like tracking a fly ball. How many times have we seen other receivers downfield just lose it? You turning around fully, and then it just being right where you expect it to be. That's just Rodgers and Garrett. That's Rodgers and Garrett just being so good together, and it's a sign of things to come. So
now this is the other best throw of the drive, the 2nd and 16 after Brees lost 6 on the ensuing play. You're thinking, oh crap, here we go. We're just going to try and settle for a field goal. That's what I was thinking at this point. I'm like, just get in Zerline range here, so at least we could take a 3-point lead and pray the defense can make a stop so you don't go to overtime. Yep. And then you're going to break it down. But this was just unreal for Mike Williams.
Yeah. I mean, not even a lot to break down. The only thing I saw was Rodgers, he's too high here. So he's probably thinking, damn, like I don't really love my matchup outside. But lucky enough, I think they send a blitz and this safety buzzes down. So you get one-on-one coverage. Let's see. No blitz sent, but the safety buzzes down right when Rodgers sees that. You give your guy a chance. And like all we've spoken about all off season about Mike Williams is this guy is probably the best contested catch guy in the NFL. And again, I don't even know if this is the best throw Rodgers feels he can make because he kind of stops him. I mean, making a catch with a guy's hand in between both your hands, like how strong Mike is at the catch point to finish that catch. This is what he does, though. That is quintessential Mike Williams. Why we picked him up. 2nd and 16. You don't know what you're going to scheme up. You don't got to scheme anything up. This is not a scheme. This is, hey, Mike, you're going to run downfield. If you have single coverage, I'm giving you a 50-50 chance. And whoever said it, Garrett might have said it, or Rodgers said it, it's 70-30 with him. So, again, I don't even know what corner this is. Just unbelievable job at the catch point by Mike. Really good body control. I think he kind of has to throttle down a bit. Yep, comes back a little bit. Gets both his hands. I don't even know how. The defender had both his hands up in him, like draped all over him. That's, I guess, when you slow everything down, it's pass interference. But that really looks like he's getting mauled and doesn't care. Makes a huge play and sets us up because 2nd and 16, that could have easily been incomplete in 3rd and 16. This is another massive play by a guy that Joe Douglas signed to do things just like this.
I don't even think a Jet quarterback is even attempting that throw besides Aaron Rodgers, right? Yeah. Like I think a Jet quarterback's just like, all right, I'm playing for the field goal here on 2nd and 16. Let me try and get eight or 9 yards to get us a little closer for 3rd and manageable to get us in field goal range.
Yeah. Oh, I love that point. I think that's a great point because we felt, wow, it's like, is it Hackett being conservative or is it the offense being conservative? Look at the bottom of the screen here. It looks like Garrett was even running a slot fade and Lazard was doing basically nothing. So this was like basically the only read on the play. Again, yeah. Or what we've seen here is check it down to Brees and go get 3 yards and then try and play for the field goal. So that's a great point. The aggression is awesome. This is now with back-to-back plays. We showed the 3rd and 1 being aggressive, taking a shot downfield. That was really an ad-libbed play. And now you're getting 2nd and 16. Let's go get it all back. And why we signed you, Mike, you make plays like this. And he comes up so big time, man. That was I showed his first target of the game. That's his 2nd target of the game. And him and Rodgers have 0 playing time on the field together. And it honestly looked like Mike Williams, like of the past, where any QB really throws it to him like this, he's going to go up there and make a play.
God damn, am I excited about
having
Aaron Rodgers play quarterback for this team.
Oh, I mean, this is just, I feel bad even like talking about it because I feel like everyone's spoken about it ad nauseum, Jake. But I texted my friends about this today, actually. I said, I think this is the best play a quarterback has made. And he didn't even, a Jet quarterback has made in like the past 5 to 6 years, and he didn't even throw the ball. I'm legitimately serious about that as well. Like, first off, he cans the play. So I'm sure a bunch of you saw Emmanuel Acho go over this. I'll just go over it again for whoever didn't see it. I think what he saw was the strength of the defense was kind of to the right side. So you're not going to run it there. It's a simple check. Can it, flip it. Flips it to the other side. On the end zone angle, I'll show this better. But the amount, Jake, you remember when I did the Jets-Giants preseason game, the amount of detail they had on some of the plays in the preseason game was insane. But now seeing the amount of detail that Rodgers puts into this is absurd. I'll show it on the end zone angle. Let me just talk about this play, the blocks at first. I thought Rucker had a great block here. Moses and AVT, good double team. Moses climbs to the second level. Great job by Rucker. And then Braylon breaks an arm tackle. He wasn't fast, right, guys? Someone called in and said that. Who was it? It was,
I believe,
Gary. I think it was
some
Gary.
guy in Texas. Yeah. Hey,
Yep.
Gary.
I think Gary said, and I'm sure I would love.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
Hey, Gary. We'll come back to you. Continue.
He's there. Great.
I know you can't see him, so that's why I had to say,
Yeah.
"Hey, Gary," to let you know he was actually on screen.
So Gary did call it. Gary, I love Gary's. I think Gary watched a lot.
Don't say you love Gary's takes. Take that back.
Yeah, I'm sorry, not the pizza and chicken thing. I mean, pasta. But I think Gary watches football. But he was like, "Oh, Braylon didn't run at the combine." Well, Braylon just exploded past their safety like he was Brees and ran for the touchdown. Now, this is by far the best part of the play. Rodgers, as a veteran, let's hope this pops up, cans the play. I'm thinking in his mind, and God knows how he keeps. This is why when we were talking about him, about his brain, it's so valuable. So valuable. In his mind, he's thinking, okay, I have a 20-year-old running back behind me, brand new to the NFL. What if he thinks that I can the play and I'm switching to a run to the left? Okay, so why don't I just do this? Points to the right. That is like, I'm not even joking. That's the craziest thing I've ever seen. I've never seen that on the football field before. I've never seen a QB audible a play, meaning flip it to the other side of the formation and then tell the running back just to make sure. He's going through everything in his mind. He's like, I'm just going to make sure because he loves this look. I'm like, I'm going to make sure that he knows we're running the ball. We're running inside zone or outside zone to the right and puts the finger behind his back. I mean, Jake, you saw this. I don't know what you thought. I could not even believe this. When I saw this watching the All 22, I was actually like in shock.
It's amazing. And remember, everyone, Aaron Rodgers, who has 4 MVPs, Super Bowl MVP, best touchdown and interception ratio of all time. He, according to some in the media, is actually kind of dumb.
Forget about his vaccine and political opinions. Aaron's football IQ isn't very high. Aaron's football IQ isn't very high. Aaron's football IQ isn't very high.
Yep, he's an idiot. All right, continue. What happens on this play, Andrew?
Yeah. Not only is this just like, this is just like really, I'm so speechless when I saw this. I was like hysterically laughing. It's the game-winning touchdown. When I said to my friends earlier, my Jet friends earlier, I said to a couple of them, I think this is the best play that a quarterback has ever made, and he didn't even throw the ball. It's because everything in football is about detail. There's so many there's 22 moving parts on every single play, and you need to have someone at the quarterback position. This is why I have such high hopes for the Jets, because he knows every single thing. He continues to amaze me. I thought he was so good at understanding defenses, like knowing what type of coverage they're in. This is just something so nuanced and something so incredible to remember. Wait, it's not Brees back there who's heard me say Cam before and who's heard me audible last training camp, probably has a better idea. No, it's Braylon, who's 20 years of age and doesn't have much experience in our offense. I'm going to point that way, so just so he knows it. Unbelievable. Great double team at the point of attack. Rucker pushes his guy out. Lazard with a good block. I'm just going to go back quickly to show that. Great job by Rucker here. I thought good pad level, good hands, gets that defensive edge off the line, slips off the arm tackle of Jeffrey Simmons there, Braylon, and then boom, burst, touchdown, ended up being the game winner. I didn't even post that clip on Twitter because I needed to speak about it like in person. I didn't have enough characters because I'm not verified. Oh man, Jake, it's incredible. It really, it's funny because to the naked eye when we were watching live, yeah, it's just a basic like outside zone run play. I guess, yeah, he audible at the line, so that's cool. The pointing behind the back and no one seeing it on the defense. Like maybe he has a good angle there. Maybe he saw it, but no one saw it. And it's just incredible, man. We all need to just take a second, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, and be very, very thankful that Aaron Rodgers is our quarterback.
Yeah, and this is the stuff that is just invaluable. It's like he's not at his best from like a stat standpoint. You showed a couple plays, maybe he could have had even bigger completions, and it's like his mind will win you games. Like they lose this game, since Robert Style has been the coach, they lose this game every time if they didn't have Aaron Rodgers, doing what he did in the fourth quarter.
100%. And like you said, there was a couple of plays that I had to show because I was like, this could have been an even better game for Rodgers. But what really matters is when it was crunch time and it's fourth quarter, we've never had a guy who's been like, I want the ball. I'm going to make the right decisions. Go empty. Let me just handle it. And that's him. That's him. So we're really, really lucky. Now I can just go over a couple defensive plays quickly, and then we could chat with everyone. I was really encouraged by Jamie and Sherwood. I
said it all summer, Andrew. He was one of their most impressive players in camp. Every time I watched a training camp practice, he was awesome.
Yeah. Obviously, we have to remember he was drafted as a safety. He's looked so much more confident in like his reads as a linebacker. Here he's the strong side linebacker here. So Quincy, who filled in as the Mike, which would be the strong, like the MLB, the Mike linebacker. So he's been on the strong sides of the defense. I guess it was just the formation here. Really good patience by Sherwood. Just an inside zone run. Sees it, triggers. One thing with him that I love is this was a tackle for loss, obviously. I love his tackling. I think our tackling was so bad week one that when I watched the film week two, I was like, Sherwood is a really good tackler. He just didn't make that many, like he's not flying at the ball to make a tackle. I thought this play was even more impressive. They're just running, I think this is crack zone, or let's see what this was. Yeah, there's running basically a crack play with a lead blocker. So crack toss in this variation. Sherwood, who somehow comes out of this, just watch 44 here, right here. Sees it, identifies it, takes on the lead block with his inside shoulder. Perfect. Doesn't put his head down then. Keeps his eyes up, stays on the block, finishes the play. Like that's what CJ Mosley would exactly do there. It's such a good rep to not. I mean, this defense could not stop getting we couldn't contain the edge for anything. And Sherwood there was teach tape, just how to keep the edge, how to get off a block and make the tackle yourself. So those were two plays that really stood out to me that I thought were awesome from Sherwood.
I thought Quincy had a huge game too. I thought both linebackers were excellent.
I completely agree. I think Quincy at this point, nothing surprises me. I'm very confident in him in coverage, and run defense. He's really good. Look, I'm trying not to be negative. Like there's nothing. I'm very happy, just personally. I cannot. I just can't continue to watch. I'm gonna get really mad right now, Jake. I didn't. There's a reason. I should have texted you because I didn't want to put this clip on the show.
No, show it. We need the good and the bad. We call it how it is on here.
Oh, of course. I just didn't want to get angry on the show like I did last week. I just need to know. Someone in the chat, send this clip, screen record it. I'm not going to do it. Let me know. Everyone can watch Michael Clemens right here. If this is what you're supposed to do. I don't care that the play went for 6 yards when it shouldn't have even went for 6 yards. In what world, when they're running, let's see what they run here. They're just running counter. In what world, when they run counter, are you supposed to leave the edge before the ball is even snapped? Now, in another world, everyone on the defensive line would be shifting. So this is why I think Clemens is definitely wrong here. He starts shifting by himself before the play gets snapped. So you're our edge player here. You're containing the edge. How on earth are you sprinting inside, which allows yourself to get wiped out of the play so easily? Jake, why this is so frustrating me because I've seen it on film every week. It's going back to last year. I don't understand. This kid can't play. I don't want to be that guy because I'm not a coach and I'm not in the film rooms and I'm not the one telling him what to do. But this is inexcusable stuff. Again, I don't know if they're telling him. It looks like he's like, whoa, I didn't mean to do that. It can't be. It just can't be. And then
it's like he thought he knew the play and he was guessing, basically.
Yeah, and guess what? He's never been right, ever. I've never seen him guess a play correctly. And then he leaves Quincy. Thank God we have good linebackers. Quincy defeats a block. He kind of missed the tackle here, but Chuck Clark finished it off. He leaves our linebackers out to dry. We play a 4-down front. When they run counter plays, we need to keep the edge. It happened last week in San Fran. That's why we got ran over so damn bad. I can't. It's so infuriating. And I was just so happy about all the Rodgers stuff. And then I have to watch Michael Clemens.
Well, I'll tell you what, if he's going to play even more now without Jermaine, he better set the edge, because the one thing the Patriots can do with Stevenson is run the ball. That's their only chance of winning on Thursday. So they better figure out the right defensive linemen that are out there Thursday night. I mean, it goes without saying.
I know, Jake, but then we're like what? We're like Braden McGregor and Tack McKinley. Like, yeah, I would play them over Clemens, but Clemens is the starter for whatever reason. I don't know.
They need Reddick is what they need. I mean,
yeah, we really need Reddick. Honestly, I just wanted to show this one play because I thought it was really funny, and I think the Jets have been having a couple like miscommunications on defense to a T. Like this play, I gotta X out one of these because this is gonna buffer. This play was I was just watching film and I was just like, what the hell just happened? So this was a little mesh play. You're gonna get across, and Sauce gets picked off for a big gain. Now, why this play really happened in my eyes is because they're about to send Tajay Spears in motion. Now, most of the time, the linebacker that's closer to the motion is going to go run with him because we're playing man coverage. For some reason, Quincy and CJ both sprint with him the entire way, and neither of them ever stop. Neither of them like, oh, shit, we're both – sorry. We're right next to each other. We're both going. I was hysterically laughing when I saw this on film. I'm like, one, I think this is Quincy's fault. Two, in what world are we running orbit motion? And come on, two of our smartest players on defense are running with him. And then, of course, where they vacated was where they ran the mesh play, and Calvin Ridley was wide open. Now, this is just like it's week 2. It's some stuff. Like it's going to get cleaned up. I'm sure they were laughing about this in the film room because these are literally two of our smartest players. And CJ's probably looking like, what the hell are you doing, Quincy? Why are you running in front of me?
I'm guessing it was on Quincy, not CJ, because CJ is like one of the smartest players in the NFL.
Yeah, and I think he hand signaled it, but no one bumped over. I'm guessing he was trying to bump it to one of the corners, but I think it's on him to run as a linebacker. Quincy probably just saw red, and he's like, maybe even forgot CJ was there, but he's coming from the weak side. Like, if they wanted to throw it here to him, Quincy's not in a great position. CJ also has to get through all this traffic, but I always wanted to show that it was funny. And honestly, I think we were playing cover 1 there. So, yeah, we were playing cover 1. That's usually where the whole linebacker would be. So, Sauce would have had probably help there. And I don't think Sauce had that bad of a game. This was one rep it's one of the hardest plays to guard, and the other was a Houdini act from Levis to Ridley. But I just wanted to show that. I thought that was funny. I had one more. Hang on one second. Oh, here we go. Okay, I'm back.
Here we go.
Oh, wait, this is not the one I wanted. You know what? Give me 1 second, Jake.
You're good. Take your time. Hit the like button if you're tuning in right now. We got 515 people watching. We'll get to some of the super chats here in a moment. We're also seeking more channel memberships. We got the Fialkow emoji that we're going to debut if we hit a membership threshold. So keep that in mind when it comes to the channel memberships. All right, Andrew, you ready for the next play?
I honestly, Jake, I hope none of Michael Clemens' family watches this show because there's 500 people. 500 people, and he's scary. I got no business being impressed by him. Look, he's a lot better than me. He's a real football player. I can't continue to watch the film and like not tell it how it is. But hope he gets better. Sure. Last play I'm going to show. Obviously, very, very important that Will McDonald steps up now more than ever because we don't have the depth at defensive line anymore. And I mean, this was the game-winning sack. It's really, really good job by him. What I want to show in the end zone angle actually is bottom of the screen. Boyd ends up getting open on Isaiah Oliver actually on this play. I don't think Levis was even looking. Pretty open, but end zone angle more important. We get to see Will's full rep. Really, really important that he makes and finishes plays like this. I thought this was awesome by him to show like big time strength. And then this little subtle move that I ended up seeing on film, he gets his left arm up and chops the other arm down. He's basically getting like held up there. Like that's a pretty good stalemate. That's good strength from Will to get his left arm up, swipe it down, almost two-hand swipe it, come off, finish the play. And Michael Nania posted a guy from owner of JetsXFactor.com. He had 3 pressures in the last 3 plays. Finishing the pressures is going to be something important for Will. But I thought the strength he showed here when you're getting your left arm held like that, to end up doing a chop move, swipe the right arm down of the offensive tackle, the balance, the bend, and then to finish the playoff. That's a really, really high quality sack from Will, and ended up being the game winner.
Will, I thought was awesome. Great to see that play. You know what I noticed though, just watching this? So this is what? This is the
this was third. This was third and goal. Yep.
I don't know if you have 4th and goal, but was Quinnen on the field for 4th and goal? Because I'm shocked this late in the game, Quinnen Williams, first team All-Pro, is not out there, and we're playing Solomon Thomas up the middle next to Kinlaw.
I noticed that as well.
Was Quinnen out? Do you have the All-22 for the next play after this?
You know what we could do? We could just do a full screen share. I'm just gonna go on my NFL Pro. I don't know if it's gonna freeze, but you see my screen?
Yep, I took you down for a second, but I can see it on my end.
Okay.
I don't want to share like your password or anything like that. I don't know if it's gonna pop up.
Okay, let's see, because it'll tell us who's on the field right away. I could get to it in like 30 seconds. One second.
Now we can see your screen.
Okay, that is pretty odd. I would say that's definitely a bit odd that he wasn't on the field.
Well, because think about it, you have no Reddick, you have no Jermaine Johnson. Thank God McDonald came through, but like, how do you not have Quinnen Williams on the field there at the end?
Okay, he was on the field for this rep, which we could just watch all together, because it says he was on the field. Let me just see. We could just see from the end zone angle for sure.
So 4th and goal, he was on the field. All right.
Yeah. No, you're right. I don't think that's like a time to give him a breather. I guess they did, but yeah. This is Will, Solomon, Quinnen, and Clemens getting a rep. I guess they just ran a stunt here and didn't get any pressure.
Where's McKinley at? Oh, why can't they play McKinley more than Clemens?
I agree. Actually, Will got a pressure on this play. That's a great bull rush and rip. Will looked relentless. That's another great sign. But yeah, that was all the film I had. But yeah, that overall very good.
That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that after a win where we had great quarterback play when it mattered the most.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't mean to ruin the vibe. I ruined the vibe for myself with Clemens, but yeah, all good stuff.
Hit the like button if you're just tuning in. Let's get to some super chats, then we'll take some calls before we say goodbye to Andrew. He'll be with us at L5 for the home opener Thursday night. So if you want to meet Andrew in person, stop by. Jesse writes in, Andrew, any concerns watching the defense? My worry is teams play conservative against us in seasons past with Zach Wilson. Hope our D is in bottom half without JJ. They should not be bottom half of the league without Jermaine Johnson. There's just no way. There's an all-pro corner, an elite nickel, an elite number 2.
Yeah.
2 really good linebackers. And even if Mosley's out for a little bit, I still think Sherwood is really good. Quincy's first-team all-pro. Quinnen's first-team all-pro defensive tackle. McDonald showing some signs here. Like, they're not going to be bottom half of the league. There's no way. Maybe they're not top 5, but there's no way they're going to be bottom half of the league.
No, I don't think there's any way they're going to be bottom half of the league. I think we need to get Hassan signed. I think the D-line is going to have trouble. Like, I think the Jets are going to win on Thursday, but I think it's going to be a really difficult game. Like, the Pats' strengths are our weaknesses. Like, they have a really good run attack. Our run defense is the worst part of our team, I'd say. Just the defensive line up front. And CJ might be out. Now, I'm assuming CJ and DJ are going to be out. That's just like the vibe I get from Saleh, because I feel like he consistently says they're trending upward and they're fine, and then they end up not being available. I mean, I'm concerned without JJ. Yeah, JJ's a great run defender, and he's a really good pass rusher. So it's a huge loss. That's why I think Hassan is even more valuable than ever right now. But I don't think we're going to be bottom half. Like, I feel like Jake said, Sauce is still a top 3 corner in the NFL. I think he's the best corner in the NFL. I don't really care about this one game. Michael Carter is the best nickel in the NFL. We still have 3 really good linebackers. Hopefully Quinnen will get going. I know he's been getting doubled a lot because we're putting out like Michael Clemens next to him. So hopefully he gets going. But no, I trust Saleh too with the defense. Out of everything I could trust Saleh with, he's consistently developed defensive players well, and they've had good defensive schemes. I think we'll be fine.
I do think they might need to blitz a little more. What are your thoughts on that?
I 100% agree. It's not something that they do in their scheme.
I hear that all the time, and I get it. It's like, okay, well, you don't have the same personnel you've had the last 2 years now.
Great point. Exactly the point, Jake. Couldn't have said it better. And they actually blitzed like Isaiah Oliver a little on Sunday. It never got home. But look, I want to check because Quincy, it feels like hasn't blitzed all year. He was very effective when he blitzed last year. He's as fast as you could get him. So if you get him unblocked, that's great. So we got to get creative. Like you said, we don't have the personnel. So let's get creative and use our best players.
Call up Rex Ryan and he'll design some exotic blitzes for this defense.
100%.
Super chat here from Ryan. He cuts the line. Rodgers' value in the mental part of the game. If he stays through 25, what is the likelihood / chance Jordan Travis is learning under him and steps in? So you tell me, Andrew, I never, when they took Jordan Travis, thought, oh, he's the heir apparent. But I will say this. The fact that Florida State is this bad without him, that's not nothing. Like Jordan Travis obviously would have been a lot higher if he didn't get hurt. I don't know if he was a first round guy or a second round guy, but I'm excited to see him in the preseason next year. That's for sure.
Yeah. Are you talking about like in comparison, like DJ Ukulele now?
Yeah, I think just basically because Florida State's been terrible without Jordan Travis. It's like, well, maybe he was a lot better than people realize.
Yeah, I think he was really steady as a college quarterback. Like there was a reason why he was being projected as a second or third round pick. So I'm also excited. I saw the mock draft today of the Jets taking Jalen Milroe at 21, which I'm not too excited about. And I don't want the 21st pick. I want the 32nd pick. So I don't know. I'm excited for Jordan.
They can take whoever they want if they have the 32nd pick of the draft. I'm fine with whatever they do. Take a punter for all I care. What do I care?
Don't care at all if we have the 32nd pick. But yeah, I'm excited for Jordan to have this time with Tyrod and Aaron. Like it's just invaluable to be in a quarterback room like that in your rookie year. A lot of these rookies, like Caleb Williams, for instance, is in a quarterback room with Tyson Bagent, who's a second-year guy, and I don't even know who the other guy is. So it's just so valuable to be in a room with like such highly intelligent players. So yeah, I think there is definitely potential for Jordan to be a good player for us.
Good question here from AD, who says, what was up with Rodgers' clock management? Rust, ? Yeah, what did you make of the timeouts? I know Rodgers owned one of them, but just your thoughts on that.
I just feel like he's so in tune with what the defense is doing that every time, everything he sees, he's audibling so much stuff. So then if that's the case, let's get up to the line with 25 seconds left on the play clock, not 20 or 15. I hated the timeouts from Saleh, and they ended up being really valuable timeouts because one got into the Brees touchdown, and I don't remember I think the other one was another positive play. Wasting timeouts in the third quarter is like my biggest pet peeve. You cannot take a timeout in the third quarter, like ever. I just never would see a reason to. I'll take 5 yards every day rather than lose 40 seconds if we're losing the game with 2 minutes left and we can't stop the clock. So not rust. I think he's just trying to fix so many things at the line at once that maybe he was just getting too much on his plate, but it's going to continue to be that way. He will take the clock down to about 2 seconds every time.
I just don't think it's going to be a problem. Like I think this was like an outlier game, and that's from that standpoint.
Yeah, I agree.
Big fella with a super chat. Tua just sent to IR. I don't think anyone's shocked by this. Here are the next 4 games for the Dolphins. Tua's out at least the next 4, and could be a lot longer. In Seattle, that's this week. Then they play home against the Titans. It's a Monday night game. The week after, October 6th, they are in New England. And then October 20th, they're in Indy to play in the Colts. So 2-2, I think you're hoping for if you're Miami. Stay afloat. If you can find a way to go 2-2 with your talent around Skylar Thompson at quarterback.
Yeah. I mean, that would be the goal. I can't imagine Tua only missing 4 games. I'm not even trying to like say what he should do, but I was kind of thinking he was going to retire. Like, it's kind of insane to continue to play, but I think he's going to be out for a little bit longer. But yeah, I mean, right now it really feels like no, I can't even count on the Patriots yet. They're so stingy. But it really does feel like it's Buffalo and our division to lose at this point. We got to handle business on Thursday first.
No doubt about it. Just win. Get the 2-1. Get 10 days to reset. 10 days for this coaching set to prepare a game plan against a rookie who looks in over his head so far in Bo Nix. Sign me up for that.
Yep, completely agree.
Ladies and gentlemen, Felix Campos. I believe Felix is the first person today to actually gift memberships on either show. So, Felix, 1, I salute you. And 2, I play this.
Felix Campos, he wonderful, wonderful guy. He gives a lot of gift memberships and loves the Jake Asman Show.
Take the money.
Yeah, baby. Here we go. We got 10 names to read off. Stewie Uploads, NY Mike 8, Kevin Maldonado, DF, Yoshi Yamamoto, Savage, Charles Leon, Jake, CCAP, Thomas Paul, and Pittsburgh Mike, all receiving channel memberships. That's awesome. Thank you, Felix. I appreciate it. Now, Andrew, you've given us an hour. How much time you got left over for some calls here?
I shot you a text. I'm good for like 20 more minutes.
All right, let's try and get as many as we can in.
Sure.
And we'll go to a guy we brought up earlier.
There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, he was roasted for his takes on Michael Clemens. We say hello to Gary first up. Hello, Gary.
Hey, what's up, guys? So,
Oh man.
what's up, Andrew? I got a couple of things. First, I said, I'm losing my brain here. Caleb was a 3rd-round pick. You said he was the most talented quarterback you'd seen in years. Through 2 weeks, how would you assess him so far?
I can't. Look, all I'm going to say, I just will never judge a quarterback after 2 weeks in the NFL. I just can't do it.
But Gary will, don't worry.
I assessed him before that. I said he takes too much time to throw the ball. He can't be good. He got sacked 7 times because he can't throw the ball. That's controlled by gray matter in your brain. You know how you speed that up? You can't. It can only slow down. Sorry, he can't do it. I'm not trying to say I'm right and everyone else is wrong.
How's Michael Clemens, Gary? How's Clemens doing?
I would argue he's better at his job than Caleb Williams is at his. I would make that argument. But Andrew,
talking about a kid that's played 2 weeks in the NFL.
But he can't do it. Like you can stick me out there and say it's only been 2 weeks, but I can't do it either. You know, I'm not knocking the guy. Look, it's the most difficult job in professional team sports. He can't do it.
Sounds like you're knocking the guy.
You could be the most brilliant football mind ever, and you cannot tell me that after 2 weeks of watching a guy play football, and you're right, at the hardest position in all of sports is automatically a bust. You just can't. You can't come to that conclusion.
How would you assess him through 2 weeks? Give him a grade through 2 weeks.
I didn't watch the first game fully.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
The second game I watched fully. I thought his offensive line was horrible, and I think it is really bad. And I think the most impressive thing I saw, I don't know if you saw this, he handles all the protections at the line. He does it all himself. And that's in his second week as a rookie. I think that's really impressive. I think that his receivers, Keenan out is tough. I think it's also been 2 weeks. I just can't come to a conclusion. I feel bad for Bryce Young. I think Bryce Young should still deserve a chance to play football.
But this is like my next point is you had Zach Wilson and Trey Lance. Then you had Kenny Pickett going in the first round. Then you had Bryce Young. Now you have Caleb Williams and Bo Nix. They're clearly just guessing and hoping. I mean, is this a trend? Like there were 6 quarterbacks, I think, taken in the first round. I probably would have taken just one, Drake May. Like, is this a trend that's going to, like, we're just going to keep taking stabs at quarterback and hope for the best?
You're picking on traits. You're picking on traits, and you're saying, I hope that our offensive staff, our offensive infrastructure can build this guy up. Obviously, I feel the Panthers have completely failed Bryce Young. I feel that right now the Bears are slightly failing Caleb Williams, but it's so early. But yeah, it's hard to hit on quarterback. It's one of the hardest positions to play. Obviously, like it's hard to project how these guys are going to play in the NFL.
Gary, all you need to know is the Texans didn't want CJ Stroud. They wanted Bryce Young.
Right. I don't understand why this is like so difficult. Like I looked at Bo Nix and I told you that guy is trash. He can't play. There's no. I told you Zach Wilson is trash. Kenny Pickett, they can't play. There's no chance. There's a 0% chance they can play in the NFL. Zero. Right.
So Gary,
Caleb Williams not zero, but
you're the quarterback whisperer. Is that what you're telling us?
I guess so, Jay. If you think Bo Nix or Kenny Pickett or Zach Wilson can play in the NFL, you don't know what you're stupid. I can't. It's that simple. Like the same thing with Jordan Travis. He's a good college quarterback. He can't play in the NFL. Right? Like you can keep telling me I'm wrong, but I keep proving myself to be right. Right? Like, I keep doing it over and over and over again.
Gary,
but Andrew, go ahead. I had something else to what Andrew.
Statistically, you're going to be right if you say most first-round picks aren't going to be franchise quarterbacks because the bust rate is closer to 65,
That's
70%.
My point. So we're just going to keep guessing, and we're like
because you need a quarterback or you can't win.
So, we're just going to keep guessing, and we're going to keep drafting the Bo Nixes of the world.
Or you could draft CJ Stroud. You could draft Eli Manning or Peyton Manning.
Right. So the way I look at it, right, And same way I assess my fighters. Give me a reason to disqualify him. If I have a reason not to pick him, if I have a reason not to sign him, I'm not going to do it. So can I disqualify this? Yeah, Caleb Williams can't get rid of the ball. Goodbye, right? Kenny Pickett's accuracy is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. Goodbye, don't need you. Zach Wilson is below average on intermediate, short stuff, and long stuff, and can't get rid of the ball, and doesn't run. Goodbye, don't want him. Right? That's for the first round. Now, for a fourth round pick, it's
but like your scouting report doesn't make sense. That's not what they were saying about him.
You draft Bo Nix. That's why you draft Bryce Young. I can give you 10 things that say, nope, no thanks. Right? Give me a reason not to draft him. I'm not going to draft him. But I did have another question for Andrew. Andrew, I love your work. I think you're brilliant. I really do.
I appreciate that.
So I got like two questions. First, with Brees, with Hall and Allen, and don't laugh at me. This is a real question. Don't laugh at me. College Ohio State style split gun formations, right? 2 running backs in a gun formation.
Yeah.
Realistic to use in the NFL, or is it too gimmicky with Hall and Allen?
So in like what alignment are you saying?
Well, so I'm saying Rodgers in a shotgun with Hall and Allen together in the backfield.
So how they scored the touchdown?
Was that a split gun formation?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. Was it?
Yeah.
Knockouts don't matter if you land enough jabs.
I'm going to own that one, folks. All right, that's on me. All right, blame me for going to Gary there. I can't.
He got so I've never seen him so upset. So I didn't want to even get into. I didn't want to keep going.
Gary's the only one who could identify. No one in the NFL who's paid millions to do it can get a quarterback right in the first round. But Gary in Fort Worth, Texas, can every time. Incredible.
All right.
I can't. Ray Danger writes in, how does Gary explain Peyton Manning's first year? How does Gary explain? I enough of Gary. No more Gary. We're good. Let's get to more calls. Big fella's on the line. Hello, big fella.
Bro, my head hurts after that. I went to the game on Sunday, and I forgot to tell you when I called after the game. There was an interesting play with Aaron Rodgers. All right, he drops back to pass, and the O-line is doing great. Okay, they have him protected, and he sort of like tenses, and he's expecting a hit, but the hit didn't come, and then he threw an incomplete. Okay, yeah, that's how good this O-line is. They're giving him enough time to where he's thinking in his head, the internal clock is going off. Oh shit, I'm gonna take a hit here.
Yep.
And he has time. That's unheard of as a Jet fan to see. You know, we've had like Swiss cheese up there for the past God knows how many years. Joe Douglas built the wall and Mexico didn't pay for it, bro. It's like, bro, it was really, really good to see. And here's one thing for Thursday. That building is going to be insane. Okay. The energy is going to be off the charts. You can just feel it. You can feel it now.
I feel it. All right. I feel it now, big fella.
Yeah, it's Tuesday, and it's like, you know, it's coming. You know, everybody's waiting for Thursday.
You know what's coming, though, right? Not only are the Jets coming, but the Neil Shuffle's coming, baby.
But the thing is, okay, Saleh cannot start off slow this time. We have to use this energy to shove it down their throats. Okay, whether we start with the ball or we start on defense, we got to get on their asses. Okay, Thursday, they got to use this energy that the crowd's bringing and kick some ass. And that's all I got to say.
Well, I'd let Rodgers throw early in this game for that reason, man. Like, let's go. Let's try and get a lead. Because New England, like, they could hang with you if you're not up on them, right? They could run the ball. They could play good defense. Brissett's not going to turn it over a ton. Like, he'll take care of it. If you get up 2 scores on them, what they have, like 30 yards from receivers last week. Like they don't have the skill players other than Hunter Henry. They have no receivers. Like they're not built to come back down 2 scores if you get up early.
We got to take control, man. We have to take control and do it right away.
Yeah, I completely agree. I also want to say it's funny you mentioned that first thing you mentioned, because I was watching the film and I was like, Rodgers almost looks tentative. Like after his 2.5 seconds goes off, he's like starts getting choppy. But he has open pockets. But then he starts feeling it. I think once he gets comfortable, one with his own mobility and his own like his Achilles, obviously, and then he gets even more comfortable with the O-line, he's gonna hang. We've seen him hang in pockets, move up and back, up and back. He's not really doing that yet, but I think he will start doing that.
You could see at the game that he was getting more comfortable as the game went on. Also,
Yeah.
So
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, it was really interesting to see though. There was nobody around him, and he's like, and it was like, and he's like, oh, I guess I got to make a play, So anyway, that was just my take.
Big fella, a great call to get us back on track. Thank God. All right, ladies and gentlemen, joining us right now is someone I had the honor and privilege to have dinner with last night in New York City. Ladies and gentlemen, he was at the Jet facility today, just driving by. We say hello to Craig. Normally in Australia, but in New York City. Hello, Craig.
Mate, I'm home. I'm in Manhattan. I'm where I want to be. We went to the facility today. The guy at the gate came out and gave me the Jets wristband. He said, you came all this way. This is straight from the coach's box. So, no, we did pretty well. Andrew, I can't wait to see you on Thursday, man. It will be a true honor, I'm telling you. You perform some kind of dark art, some witchcraft. That's all I can call it at this point. Even when you explain it, I don't understand it.
That's on. I have to do better. That's on me. I'm not even.
No, it's not. No, that's on me. I'm telling you, that's on me. That's how complex this whole thing is. So I'm very, very grateful for the work that you do.
I appreciate it.
It is brilliant. So main purpose of the call is just proof of life. I've driven in Manhattan. I've driven in New Jersey, and I can tell you, New Jersey was crazier than around Midtown Manhattan. Much crazier at high speed.
Was it scary to get in a car and drive in New York for the first time?
All I can tell you is I thought it was stressful until Gary's call, and I love you, Gary, but that was stressful. Your takes, but no, look, it was. I felt an amazing sense of accomplishment, and people go, "What is wrong with you? That one of your dreams is to drive in New York City?" I go, "Well, it can't be explained. I really don't know what to tell you at this point."
Now, Craig, let me tell you, I almost wore the hat during the show, but I'll save it for next week. Craig gifted me an authentic Australian cap last night.
That's not just an Australian hat. That's the Crocodile Dundee hat.
The crocodile hat. Love it.
Between that and the Vegemite, you're as Australian as I am a New Yorker.
I will do a taste test on the air with you. I can't do it now, though. No. Too big of a risk.
Because that could be the end of the show.
Exactly.
You've got to do it properly. It's got to be in a controlled environment. You've got to do it properly on the toast. So we'll discuss this like it's at some other stage.
Craig, I have a buddy who's Australian who's tried to make me eat Vegemite for a very, very long time on toast. I still have not.
I'll bring it to the tailgate on Thursday.
To the tailgate.
I'll take a scoop of Vegemite at the tailgate on Thursday.
The answer is it's got to be a thin spread. It's the way to do it. I promise you, because you don't want to miss this game. MetLife is going to be melting down. We went to American Dream today, rode the roller coasters inside there, and we could see MetLife Stadium, and it was just emanating amazingness. We are trending up. We are ready to go.
I love that you love MetLife, and we as Jet fans,
I know you guys hate it.
It's the worst. It's a giant air conditioning unit to you. It's like, this is the greatest stadium ever. I can't wait.
I know. My Australian rules football team used to play at a place like that, and we called it Arctic Park. It was the same thing. It was a big refrigerator or a big freezer, basically. But when you get 80,000 people in there, it's a whole other thing. And that's what it's going to be like Thursday night, but not until we have the tailgate first. So many people to meet. Cannot wait.
Yeah, can't wait.
Craig, you're the man. You're the man. I'll see you Thursday, all right?
See you guys. Take care.
Ladies and gentlemen, Craig in New York City. He's home.
Awesome.
Incredible. All right. We got another caller on the line. The great Max Whitty is on the line, and he's next on the Gusbuster Hotline. Hello, Max.
Thanks for having me, guys. Love the show. I wanted to get into it and talk about something Gary brought up. The split back.
No, go ahead. Fine.
Gotta do it. You gotta be excited.
Wait, are you gonna say something like negative, or are you gonna say?
No, I'm all in on it. You got to be excited when you see the split back. It's great for us, and it shows me one big thing that Hackett's doing well. Right? We were kind of struggling on outside zone, like perimeter running game at the beginning of the game. You put split back in there, set the edge. get your guys running. Also, in the pass game, it gives Rodgers 2 escape valves from the backfield. You get your best 11 out there. I fucking love seeing that. Sorry for cursing. But I love to see that. We're getting creative. We're getting back to old style football. It's screw you, stop us. So I'm all in on it.
Max, will you be at the home opener on Thursday?
We'll see.
All right.
I tell you, are you not coming?
I have this weird juju thing where if I go to games, we lose. So we'll see if I make it out there.
I think that was more so the Jets have sucked than you, but fine. If you want to take proper precaution, that's okay.
Got to do what we got to do to win.
Max Woody, everybody, a friend of Andrew Fialkow checking in.
Yeah, he was texting me like, "Yo, I'm in the back room. Like, let me in." I'm like, I don't control it.
I love it. You got time for one more call?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Kyle Clifton is up next. What's up, Kyle? Kyle, you got to unmute your mic, and then we can hear your beautiful articulate points.
There we go. Thank you, man. So one quick quarterback's point, and then I want to ask Andrew about what he's seeing from our tight ends because they've been a little quiet. This is not new with the league overdrafting tight ends. It's been for decades, right? We see it in our own division. We saw it with us with Hackenberg. We saw it with the Bills with J.P. Losman and E.J. Manuel and Nathan Peterman, and we saw it with the Patriots with Mac Jones. That guy wasn't a top 20 pick. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Like, it's a need, right? And you have to have one. So if you see a guy with traits, you take him. You see if you can develop him. Look at Geno Smith, right? He lasted to the second round because he couldn't process, but everyone knew he had all the other tools. So he knocked around the league for years, and at some point, he kind of got it a little bit where he could become a passable starting quarterback. That's why people overdraft the quarterback position. Now, there are some people, I don't want to point any fingers, Jameis Winston, if I were to give him a grade after 7 years, it's a D. Terrible. I don't understand how he can, like Gary, can focus on the gray matter and not go back to his own guy, Jameis Winston, who has got a 1-to-1 touchdown interception ratio. Mm-hmm. Now, back to my other point about the tight ends. What are we seeing from Conklin and Rucker? Because they have been whisper quiet.
Yeah.
Is it just not part of the game plan? Is it something that the teams are trying to scheme up against us because they're more willing to be in run ready defenses? I'm a little concerned that we haven't heard anything from them.
Yeah, I agree. And the film, the best way I could put it is most of the time Rodgers is getting to his first or second read, and most of the time that has been either Garrett, Lazard, or Brees. It's not like Rodgers. The first read has been open a ton, so that's on Rodgers getting the right play and Hackett getting us in the right scheme. It's not been like a lot of like, okay, this read's not there, let me go dump it down to Conklin. Or I really have not even seen Conklin run like a seam route. We haven't even, my favorite play, just all go special. We haven't got Conklin in these situations where you can make these contested catches. He had one catch in the flat this game. I think it's going to change. I think Conklin will get more involved. I didn't even mention it. Ruckert had a really bad rep where
that should have been a touchdown. Yeah.
Threw a great ball, and he kind of pitter-pattered at the end of it. And that's where you lose trust. Like, that's going to make Rodgers not want to throw to him anymore. That's why Rodgers loves getting the ball to Lazard, because they have so much chemistry together. And that's not a good look for Ruckert. So I think Conklin will get more involved. But you got to remember, there's a lot of mouths to feed. Braylon had 4 targets. Brees is going to be a huge part of the passing game. Mike's going to continue to be a bigger part. Allen, Garrett, and then Conklin. Like, if you really want to rank how you think the targets are going to go, I don't know if Conklin's even top 4 right now.
Very good. I appreciate your time and your patience, guys. Thanks.
Course,
Kyle,
man.
thank you. Also, I want to thank whoever subscribed during the show. I needed 2 subscribers to hit 38,000. We've gotten 4 so far. So thank you to the Asmaniacs for coming through. 38,000 subs here on YouTube. Next step is 39, and then the big 40K. So let's keep winning football games, and the subscribers will take care of the rest. Andrew, an excellent performance by you today. I am pumped to finally actually meet you in person for the first time on Thursday, which is nuts.
Joe, I just did a super chat because I was trying to buy memberships the whole show for your birthday tomorrow, But I think your memberships thing is not working right now, just so you know.
Are you on your phone or are you doing it for your computer?
I just did that right off my computer.
Really? You can't gift memberships right now? YouTube's shutting it down? You
It's
just gave me a
like-
$10 super chat? You're nuts. I appreciate it.
Well, I want everyone to sub because it's his birthday. It's Jake's birthday tomorrow. Let's run it up. But yeah, I'm very excited to meet you, Jake, and excited to meet everyone. I cannot wait for Thursday. I feel like me and you were both at that game last year. We deserve something better, man.
Yep.
I've never been so depressed in my life. So it'll be a lot better on Thursday for sure.
I can't wait, man. Well, great job with the film review. I know you put a lot of time into it, and you did a great job breaking it all down. So everyone, make sure you guys follow Andrew, read his work, jetsxfactor.com, and give people your Twitter handle again.
Yep, just right under me, Fialkow21. I usually try and give like a little bit of a taste of what I'm going to do on the show, but like I did like 13 clips today. I only posted like 4 to Twitter. So obviously tune in. That this is where I'm going to be doing the full breakdowns. And yeah, for Jet X Factor, the article will be up tomorrow or Thursday with all these plays. So again, thanks, Jake. Appreciate everyone in the chat. And I'll see y'all on Thursday.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great Andrew Fialkow checking in. He will be there Thursday. I'm trying to get the membership right now to see if it will work for me. I was just able to gift it. So hopefully it was just a technical snafu and we're back and rolling. But I just gifted one channel membership here to celebrate 38K. Cha-ching. Mr. Roberts, you were the recipient of the channel membership. So there you go. So hopefully memberships are back rolling. But thank you sincerely to everyone who watches daily, people who maybe are new to the show now. Maybe you just became a Jet fan. I don't know. But we talk Jets every day, year round. And we just hit 38,000 subs live on the air. So that is an awesome number. We will be celebrating my birthday on Thursday at the Jet home opener, baby. I really haven't even thought about my birthday tomorrow. The only thing I care about is winning Thursday. And before the game even starts, we're going to be winning at L5 in the parking lot.
Thursday night.
Yeah, buddy. See you at L5. It is going down. All right. It's going to be a blast. BYOB, BYOF. Park near L5, not at L5. I've been instructed. And most importantly, bring the energy. It's going down in the Jet home opener. Ladies and gentlemen, before we continue with the show, a reminder to join my Patreon if you haven't already. I posted a bonus show earlier. You will not find it on YouTube. Patreon.com/Jake Asman Show. It includes access to the Discord when you sign up, 15% off all items in the merch store. And it's just a great way to support me because I need all the support I can get. So thank you all for becoming Patreon subscribers here. Let me get caught up on some super chats. Then we'll head right back to your busy phone calls on the Gusbuster Umbrella Hotline. Ladies and gentlemen, this one is from Mike D's Nuts, who says that timeout by Saleh at the end of the second quarter was brutal. Yeah, look, the Jets got to be better at not burning timeouts. I think Rodgers is still shaking off rust. It won't be a problem. Bang Mateo checks in. Gary, you can only draft quarterbacks that college gives you. God, Gary just fired everyone up today. Even Bang Mateo and Gary are not on the same page. That's when you know. Mr. Juan Soto checks in. Can't wait to give it to those stupid MFers in New England. I think Garrett grabs his first touchdown this week and Brees goes off for 100+. Go Jets. I think Garrett does find the end zone this week too. He's due. I think Rodgers has a big game on Thursday. I just have a feeling. He hasn't had like a 300-yard passing game in like 20 games or something. Longest of his career. I could see it on Thursday. I really hope so. I mean, I do think they're going to put the ball in Rodgers' hands more on Thursday night. That's just my feeling. JJ with a super chat. McDonald will probably live up to his draft status now that the Jets will be forced to give him more reps, allow him to get in a rhythm, stop rotating. I mean, they're always going to rotate. It's what they do. McDonald's going to get an opportunity to play more because he already was getting an opportunity to play more. And now without Jermaine, he's going to get even more time. Mike D's Nuts checks in. Brees and Allen both on the field. Let's Sal. Yeah, I hope to see more of it. Nothing but Nets checks in with a super chat. As a rookie, Peyton led the AFC in yards and was second in touchdown passes, so I'd assess it better than expected. Thanks for making my point right. He threw 26 picks, Gary. You act like interceptions don't matter with your Jameis Winston nonsense. Peyton Manning himself will tell you he was awful his rookie year. What are you talking about? Jesus. Let's try and get the show back on track now. We'll go to someone that always steers us in the right direction. Chiefs fan is up next. Hey, Chiefs fan, how are you?
My team signed Kareem Hunt. I'm happy that we signed a veteran running back. I'm wishing you a happy birthday early, and I got family members that are Patriot fans, and I'm just gonna say this for Jake.
Chiefs fan, I appreciate it.
I got a
and
few
we need
more.
a big win on Thursday.
Yeah, you do need a big win on Thursday. Two of our players have went down on offense, and you have already lost one of your biggest defensive stars and someone else. I don't remember who else. But I hope your defense gets better, and I hope Reddick and JD take their heads out their asses and just work out a deal. Even if it's like a 1-year extension, come on. I don't want to give him the bag, but you need him out there. Like, you see how your defense was. Like, you guys should have pimp slapped the Titans, but it was a close game.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Titans have a really good defense. It's hard to win on the road in the NFL. You know this.
Yeah, but like, you have Rodgers, Wilson, Brees, your other
He's rusty,
running back.
though. He's still shaking off the rust, you know?
I still say y'all should have won by 20 against the Titans.
It's hard to win, man. They got a good defense.
But I'm hoping that you beat the Patriots. Like, I have a lot of family members on the East Coast that are either Patriots and Red Sox fans or Patriots and all Baltimore fans. And
yeah, can't stand them, all of them.
I'm like, I can't stand Red Sox fans. They screwed my Cardinals in 04 and 13. They screwed us out of a Yankees-Cardinals World Series in 04 too, which was something I was looking forward to. The great Babe Ruth would have loved that. Great.
Would he?
I think he would have. Even our Louis would have liked that. Even our Ozzie Smith, even though he's still alive, would have liked that. Like, that's that one rivalry in baseball that we need more. Even though my shitty team beat your team this year.
Do you think Babe Ruth watches the Yankee games from heaven?
He might. I mean, he might be downstairs too. You never know if it's alcoholism.
Well, I don't think he was a criminal. You know,
well,
I just think
but
he
you
liked
know,
to drink.
alcoholism. I know it wasn't a criminal, but you never know where they are. I just hope you guys win because I cannot stand like Patriots fans being second in the division if they win. Like, I already deal with Bills fans. Out of all the teams, Bills and Jets fans are the ones that like I don't mind the most. Bills fans do get a little mouthy, but Fins fans, they run their mouth the most in that division. I feel bad for them for Tua, but like other than that, like you had Ndamukong Suh, who was so dirty to Jets teams and Bills teams and Patriots teams. So I'll never respect the Fins because they signed that guy.
Now, let me ask you about your personal life, Chiefs fan. You sound like you've recovered from the flu.
Are
you back at work?
Oh, yeah, I've been back at work.
How's Denny's?
Good. It's just the fact that like I'm that fallout with the hacking with family led to most of my family members getting mad because a lot of personal information got leaked. So I basically told my family, fuck you, I'm moving to Chicago.
Whoa. Family show, Chiefs fan.
I basically told my family, if we fixed all the hacking, if you can't get over it by summertime, I'm going back to Chicago for 2 years. And my parents are losing their mind. Don't go back to Chicago. I'm like, well, talk to the other family members and tell them to shut their damn mouths. Because I
feel
don't
like you would
take it.
enjoy Chicago.
I lived in the hood for 12 years. I'll take 2 more years in the hood. At least over there, they respect you.
What if you live in a nice area? Why do you have to live in the hood?
I'm a cheap ass. I'd rather live where it's only like 600 rent compared to 1,000, 1,200 rent. Well, 1,200 rent.
Yeah, but what if it's not a safe area?
I'll go back to my old stomping grounds. They still have they rebuilt the apartments that burnt down last year. They rebuilt everything where I used to live out on 51st and Halstead. Everything looks nice. The only issue is they're mostly studio apartments, and 600 for a studio apartment isn't that bad. But I seen what they built them with, and they didn't build them with good. They built them with the basic installation that they can get by for building, but your heating bill is going to go through the roof unless if you're on the top floor.
Do you realize what a studio costs in New York?
No.
At least minimum in a decent spot, 3,500.
Only reason it's 850, but the only reason why I'm getting 600, 650 is because I know the guy.
No, of course.
I knew a lot of people there, and I convinced them. I'm like, hey, get your loan, rebuild that place. And so many ghetto families have moved into those 2-bedroom apartments, and so many ghetto people go into that college living in that studio place. So we went from being negative 10K in the hole to being 20K in the green after a few months.
When you walk into the hood, do they know you?
On 51st and Halstead is where I used to stay around, and then 53rd and Halstead is where I used to live. And it was fine. I would always be out there making sure the kids stayed out of trouble. Even when I had my broken leg out there, I'd make sure the cops weren't shaking down the kids. There was times I would there was times that I would get in the cop's face. I've headbutted police before.
You've headbutted a police officer?
Yeah, I headbutted a police officer, spent the night in jail, but the police chief reviewed it, seen the fact on his body cam he was planting weed in front of a kid, let me go. I'm like, we're sorry. I'm going to headbutt you if you don't let me out of here.
I want to hear more about this headbutt incident. So you headbutted them, and then what happened?
He planted weed on a 15-year-old, and you don't plant weed on someone.
So then how did you headbutt him?
I got him distracted long enough, hit him with my crutch, and then headbutted him.
And then what did he do to you? Did he attack you back?
No, he didn't do anything because he knew not to put his hands on me. He planted weed on one of the gang leader's kids. And I did not like that because the kid didn't want to be like his dad. He didn't talk to his dad. He stayed away from his dad. He was trying straight A's, and then they plant weed on him. And he already had the scholarship for Loyola. He was doing that good. He was turning 16, got a scholarship for Loyola, and that planting weed ruined everything for him.
Are you friends with these gang leaders?
I looked after people's kids because I don't like the Chicago PD. Chicago PD has placed, back in 2015, they placed about 50 pounds of weeds on teenagers. And it didn't come out until 2019. And even then in 2019, it was hush-hush. Even in my area where I lived, if you weren't friends with the PD, they would distract you, place weed in your bag, and then get the dog out.
I feel like your life should be a movie, Chiefs fan.
Well, I don't like corruption. I don't like corruption in the police force and the politics. I don't like that. I don't mean to go the weed route. I'm like, it's good to smoke weed. It's good to do edibles, but I'm like, you don't plant it on people. That can ruin people's lives. And this is back when it was illegal, back when they were placing the right amount of grams on you to get you a felony and all that stuff. And the only reason why I got my record expunged is because the chief of police knew if I went down, his whole precinct would have went down because to get it, when I made my phone call, I'm like, we're gonna raid this son of a bitch by tomorrow if they don't let us out. And everyone in the ghetto is like, go for it. Because it was not just me that got in trouble. They placed weed on a pregnant lady with her kid, and they placed weed on a 5-year-old that day. And then they placed weed on the 15-year-old. And then I saw that.
Speaking of weed, Mr. Weed joins us now. Hey, Mr. Weed.
What's up, Jay? How you doing?
Yo.
How are you, Weed?
I'm cooking dinner right now.
Good shit.
What are you having?
Drunken noodles.
Nice.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Don't worry, there's no weed in them. This is just Italian seasoning, I promise.
I mean, I've always been big on the green to be legal. It's just that they just want to make money, and they don't want to do. They just like at this point, South Park made a parody where they made cocaine legal.
I'd be okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be down with weed legal, but like at this point, I'm like, Missouri is this close to making it legal, but they're higher up, so like, no, we need to make money off of it. And
Hey,
I'm
Jake,
like,
I got a fun fact for you.
Yeah.
In the last 2 games, Bryce Huff and Hassan Reddick have the exact same stats.
That's true.
Unbelievable.
You and I, you, me, Reddick, and Bryce Huff all have the same number of sacks this season. Weed.
Nah, I already have one more sack than he does.
Do you?
Yeah. I mean, it was just some random person on the street, but.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do to keep yourself safe. The only sacks I have is about 16 pounds of wings in my meat freezer. Big ass 8-pound bags. I'm ready for football season. I'm ready
for Thursday, man.
Next paycheck, I don't care if I go broke. I'm gonna buy one of those fryers.
An air fryer?
One of those. I'm probably gonna sit down and eat 4 pounds of wings in one sitting there in my next Chiefs game, fried. 2 pounds of lemon pepper, 2 pounds spicy jalapeno barbecue.
All right. Well, I feel like we covered a lot of ground today, gentlemen. Thank you both.
Yeah, but like I didn't mean to go there, Jake. But like that was back in 2015 where I did not give a damn. Like I had a record all the way up until 2017 after I got a sponge. The reason why I got my record at Sponge is I did all my community service they told me to do.
Well, promise me you won't headbutt me, all right?
I won't. Like I did 1,500 hours of community service, and then they came back and said they got it wrong, and I did the other 1,500. I just also don't like the fact that there's corruption. Like you place illegal drugs on people. Like come on, they're teenagers, and they knew that teenager was going to go to Loyola early at age 16. That's how good he was.
I have a couple questions from the audience, Chiefs fan. Jet West wants to know, do you stalk the street at night wearing a bat cowl?
Oh, no.
No?
I'm out by 9 o'clock every night, unless if it's late football night. I take my meds around midnight.
So you won't give me a little Batman? No?
No.
All right.
I'm going to be real with you. I'll be more like Owlman, but I won't be like the Owlman that blows himself up in a dimension. Because if you guys know, Owlman's the villain on the Injustice Earth, and he's also the villain in a different timeline where Lex Luthor and Jokers are heroes. I watch a lot of DC. But I'll be more like Owlman, but like Owlman, the one that just took out the whole entire police force in that one comic. Because the police force was taking away him and Red Hood's money.
The big fella wants to know, Jake, can the Chiefs fan explain how the cops planted condoms filled with cocaine in the kid's stomach?
Oh no, they would never do that. They were planting, those Ziploc baggies that you put sandwiches in, or small Ziploc.
I love a good deli sandwich.
Like a Ziploc bag, like the weed baggies that are half this or this size. They would be placing that in there. Before I let y'all go, like at one point, they tried to get this guy who completely rearranged his whole entire life, but he wouldn't tell anything about his past life. They tried to, when you go out and you go to a family reunion and they got those big ass Ziploc baggies and everyone wants to take out the ribs. They tried to plant that much cocaine on that guy, all because she changed his life around but wouldn't link none of his connects.
Mr. Bonesy wants to know if you still have the headbutt in your arsenal.
I do. It's just I'm just gonna have a concussion afterwards. I don't. Back then, I was drinking a gallon of milk every 2 days. Like Back then. I wasn't this flabby. In my 20s, I was working towards a 4-pack. I had muscle.
You look great. What are you talking about?
Oh no, I let myself go ever since. 2015,
So
2016.
you were drinking a gallon of milk every day?
Every 2 days, yeah. I had actual muscle before I broke my leg.
What type of milk?
I would switch between skim milk and blue cap milk. Skim milk basically for the protein shakes, and blue milk basically just like I ate a lot, and I mean a lot of cinnamon toast crunch in the morning to get my day started and then go on runs. But I broke my leg in the most stupidest way. I was texting on my phone, did not see the guy in the bike lane, and his motorcycle went right into me, and my leg went. It was like Nick Chubb, but it went this way, sideways.
I see. Now let me ask you, do you think the milk that you consumed, the quantity of it, contributed to such a strong headbutt? Is there a correlation?
I'm believing I was always taught if you drink a lot of milk, you got a strong headbutt and you got strong bones. Like I wish I had one of those headbutts like the Irish had back in the day when they did. If you guys ever seen Sherlock Holmes, the way he precisions the boxing fight, headbutt this, break his arm here, yada yada yada. That's a good movie. Good Robbie June movie, but like, yeah. And that's another reason why I also don't want to sort of visit New York is like I'm scared of. I just don't like any PDs. Like,
I don't think you have anything to worry about. The city is much safer with them than without them.
I just don't trust any
Trust me.
PDs.
No. Police good. Believe me.
They're not as bad as Chicago PD, always trying to fuck with people.
Don Paulie P says, send this $2 to Chiefs fan to buy his air fryer.
Oh, I already got an air fryer. I'm just gonna get hold on one second. Because I've been working on this thing to get it fixed.
This has been some call, huh?
Recently bought. I'm gonna have a second. I already have a laptop. I'm gonna have a gaming computer. I recently bought this for $5. Had my friend go in there and clean it out and fix it. None of this worked. Paid my friend $50 to get it fixed. Still has a crack, but like I'm gonna get an air fryer twice the size of this and put it on my shelf because I want one of those industrial ones, and I don't mind spending the $500 on the grease fryer because if I spend $500 on that, that means if people want to come over and watch the game, or if people want wings, I could probably make a little bit of a profit. Because
I would love to try some of your home cooked Chiefs fan wings.
I mean, I'm not good with the spiciness, but I'm like a lemon pepper. I add a lot of lemon pepper on my wings before I let you guys go. I'm like, I have to have mine to get away. So much lemon pepper, you're gonna need enough drinks to get it down. Because that's something I grew up on in the hood. Lemon pepper and catfish, lemon pepper and wings, lemon pepper and pasta, a lemon pepper and buttered noodles when you didn't have the meat to eat. Lemon pepper was always my staple. Even lemon pepper with vegetables, we did that because that was
little lemon pepper, vegetables, and some milk on the side.
A lot of milk. And the thing is, like, I used to be able to drink gallons and gallons and gallons of milk, but I did drink so much milk to the point where my body would just only let me drink skim milk. Like, for years, I could only drink skim milk and oat milk, and I still can only drink skim milk now, but it is what it is.
What's your take on breast milk?
I mean, if you're gonna suck the titty, suck the titty. You ask.
Chiefs fan. Thank you for the time.
Calm your freaky down.
Now, that was a call, folks. I've been doing this a long time. That right there is what the show is all about. You know what? I know what we need to do. We need to get the show back on track after a call from Cheats fan. Ladies and gentlemen, I know who we need to go to. Buckle up.
Hi, everybody. This is Bob from Vermont. I am Bob, of course. Hi, Jake. I slept all day today. I missed your show. I missed my pal, Robbie.
How do you feel? A little better?
Don't I sound a lot better?
You do sound a little better, yeah.
Yesterday, I couldn't talk. Oh, it's Lumpy in the chat. I want to do something today that I'm going to do for you tomorrow.
Uh-oh.
Whose birthday is today?
Tom Ace.
Yes, I'm going to sing to him, if you don't mind.
All right. Whenever you're ready.
Okay, ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Tom. Happy birthday to you. And I hope you have a great day. How's that?
One of your better performances.
Yeah, well, I feel cool now. I don't think I think I have a slight temperature, not bad, not like 102. I felt like crap the last Sunday night, Monday, Tuesday, so like 2.5 days.
I see.
But I'm back on track now. I slept a lot, but I'm happy the Eagles lost last night. I was dancing when they lost.
You were dancing. What did that look like?
Oh, it was crazy.
Give it to us. Give us a little reenactment.
No, I was dancing in the chair like this. Like that.
It's pretty good.
Yes, I was so happy. I don't like the Eagles. And then Dallas Cowgirls lost, but the Giants lost too. So the Giants are 0-2. But the Jets are going to pound the Patriots this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Are you going to have any live stuff when you're at the stadium?
Just after the game, post game that night.
Oh, you're not going to show during the game at all?
No, I'll be at the game. I'm not going live during the game.
Okay, well, some people do, like Richie does.
Yeah, but he's not at the game.
When he goes to games, sometimes he puts it on.
And he'll record like a quick video, but he's not streaming during the actual game.
Okay, we're probably not yet. Prime time, it's Michael's coming over on Thursday. He doesn't get Prime Network.
All right.
Because I get it on. You know what I get it on?
Oh, yeah. You're a pirater.
Well, I haven't got caught in 9 years, so I don't know.
All right. Well, I hope you don't get caught now.
Tomorrow, it's your day tomorrow, so I'm going to sing to you.
I look forward to it.
What show do you want me to sing on, the first or the second?
Whatever show you prefer.
Who's on the first show?
No one, and then Jeff's on the second show.
I'll wait till Jeff.
All right. You'll wait for Jeff.
Then I'll sing to you, I promise.
I'm excited.
And I think Lumpy is in the back. I think.
He's gone. He left.
Oh, he did? Okay,
Yeah.
well.
He took too long.
Well, I sang a song. That's what I'm famous for, right? To sing people happy birthday.
I would say you're famous for a lot of things, Bobby.
Yeah, I know. Show the one that I fell off the chair backwards. I like that one.
Bobby Salty Nut says, Bobby turned your hat around.
What you might know, business. That's Brandon. Shut up, mind your own business. Okay, bye. Get out of my face. Don't worry about what I do. Worry about yourself. You're probably all backwards yourself. Ooh, some people have some damn nerve, do they?
I know. Kids these days, right?
Yeah, well, I didn't. Hey, did he said he was in Chicago when he got the teenager got? Was it Chicago he mentioned?
Chiefs fan?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in the gangs of Chicago.
Yeah, that's like Chicago PD. You ever watch that show?
I haven't, no.
They do that sometimes to get the people in trouble.
They headbutt people?
No, not headbutt people, but they put the drugs in them, especially the head of the the guy, I can't remember his name right now, but he's a great guy, but he gets paid like from the drug dealers, it's secret money.
I see.
Yeah, so it's like Chicago PD. It's the ghetto, like New York never has a ghetto. Come on, give me a break. There's a lot of ghettos in New York. The Bronx is the worst down there. It's worse. Manhattan's pretty good. If you don't go to Harlem, that's pretty bad too down there.
There's a super chat from Bobby's, and I can't say it, so I'm not going to read it.
What? Just tell me.
You're going to have to look for yourself, Bobby. I can't read it. It's not appropriate for the air.
Okay, I'll see you later.
All right.
Have a good
Thanks
night.
for the time. Thanks, Bobby.
Are you busy tonight?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll see you later.
All right. Farewell.
Oh, I like the Yankees and the Jets. Can't believe Jake and Rodgers met. I'm more than just a hat on Bobby.
How about that back-to-back? Cheats fan headbutting police and the gangs of Chicago, and Bobby Midnight singing happy birthday to Tom Ace. Which, by the way, I'll say this about Tom Ace, and I've said this before. Tom Ace has done something very unique. He's never once called into any show, and he's become a household name. No one else can say they've done that. He's just that funny with his comments on all the shows. There is a super chat from Captain Swanson who writes in, I'm back from voyage. New England 19, New York 16, AR tweaks foot. Thank you for your $2. I appreciate it. I wish it was more so I could ride the subway for free later, but instead, we'll see you later.
Now look what you've done. No more protection from the Asmaniacs. Had to pull you out of the chat and cast you down with the Sodomites. Some time in here will feel like you've been run over by the lane train. You understand me? You catch my drift? Give them another 24 hours to think about it.
Needed to be done. But wait, we're not done just yet. Colvid writes in, Jake's in love with Aaron and won't tell you what it is. We didn't get Rodgers. We got won't leave his 4-foot bubble to extend plays. Guy could throw a ball still, but we didn't get the rest of them. You got to be one of the dumber people that has commented today, and that's saying something. Seriously, you are an absolute buffoon.
I mean, Black Bowers is definitely like the greatest player in the history.
I mean, come on, man. Sco says, Jake, YouTube would not let me gift the membership. So we've had a couple other people say that too, and I did it myself from my second monitor to my right, and I got it to work. So I'm not sure. Maybe it's not working for some, but working for others. But to anyone trying to gift the membership, thank you. I wish YouTube wasn't being silly. All right, I got time for a couple more calls. This is nearly a 2-hour show. We're going to do Peter Castro, Jersey Jet, and Bonesy to wrap us out tonight. Peter, what do you got for us?
Happy birthday, first of all, Jake.
Thank you, my friend.
Okay, I called in ESPN. We got cut off. I don't know if you heard me or not.
So my producer had a pretty quick trigger on Sunday. He was like rapid fire cutting people off after their points.
Oh, okay.
But you had a good call, Peter. I enjoyed it. You called in under Pete, though. I was like, oh, wait a second.
Yeah, well, that was the Michael K number that you used to be able to call into.
That's
but
right.
anyway,
it's still the same number, 800-919-3776.
Right. Getting back to the game, Carolina, they got to come out better. They got to come out more prepared, more disciplined. The coaching staff, the defensive coaching staff's got to talk to them before they go out on the field and tell them that, okay, guys, let's play, but let's not do anything stupid. You know, holding, grabbing, whatever they're doing, they're offsides. It's aggravating.
Yeah.
The first quarter and a half of that game, I wanted to shoot myself. I didn't think they had a chance the way they started out. But, you know, and then just before the half, when we finally tie the game up, Salah has a brainstorm, starts calling timeouts when the other coach is running out the clock to go into the half. I mean, it's mind-boggling, some of the things I see. But Aaron Rodgers, oh, my God, he's in another planet. And I don't know how anybody can call and criticize him. I mean, the ball's on the money. He's smart as hell. He moved Braylon Allen around the other side, walked in the end zone. I don't know what else you could ask from a quarterback. We haven't seen this since Joe Namath.
And he's not even playing like he is still capable of playing yet. I think that's what's so exciting. It's like he's just kind of still kind of shaking off this rust from not playing for a year and a half.
Wait till we get to game 4 and 5, and he's going to get better and better. The offense is going to get better and better. I'm a little concerned about this defense because they don't blitz. I don't. There's another thing I don't understand. Why aren't they at least run blitz? Try to stop. And Quincy Williams is fast as hell. Send him. What is he waiting for?
I hope they will now that they kind of have to. I hope the game plan this week calls for some of that because, I mean, you're not afraid of the Patriots receivers getting open. Like maybe they were a little afraid of Hopkins and Ridley and Boyd. They got good players on Tennessee. They're kind of like the Jets from last year. They got a good team minus the quarterback. So I hope this week when they're not playing a team that has very good skill players and Brissett's not mobile, he's good in the pocket, but he's not like a guy who's going to run around like Levis did. I hope the game plan's a little different defensively. I think they should blitz more.
Well, I'm going to tell you, Jake, the defenses that we faced, the 49ers and the Titans, are both top defenses.
Yeah.
Don't be fooled. The Titans are a good defense.
On the road, too, which also makes it harder.
Which even makes it harder. And after coming off that first game, the second game wasn't any easier defensively. But we are getting better and better, and so the future looks bright. Let's just keep our fingers crossed. I think we should blow New England off the field. And you have a happy birthday. Enjoy yourself. Great show.
Peter, you're the man. Great call. Glad you figured out how to call in. I know StreamYard was giving you some problems, so that's good. If you feel like giving me another $500 super chat about Alan Lazard for my birthday, I would gladly accept. Too funny. Too funny. Hit the like button if you just tuned in again. Do a couple more calls, and then we'll wrap up what has been one of the more wild shows we've done. And it's surprising it was this wild. We're in season right now, but short week. That doesn't stop this. The Asmaniacs.
The only thing better than Alden's shoes is Joey D, cause he totally rules. Jake, my brother, I'm high as a kite. I love everybody. Damn, this show is crazy.
Jake, my brother. Mr. Bonesy, what do you think of Chiefs fans' background, man, on the mean streets of Chicago? I think that's a guy you definitely want at Alden's.
I mean, I always needed a person to come here and keep it real. And that's exactly what Chiefs fan does. He's been keeping it real for a long time. He's been, he's got his ghetto swag to him, and I need security. So Chiefs fan, if you're watching, I hope that headbutt is still in the arsenal so that because don't forget 2032 on Jake's show, that's documented. And how do I sound? Because I'm using the store's tablet, which I'm never supposed to.
You sound great, actually, and your audio's clear. Your picture's even better than normal.
I'm here. I'm stuck here. We're getting new rugs installed right now, so I'm going to be here late tonight.
Wow, a little late night Bonesy.
Yep, just chilling. Glad your show took me into the 6 o'clock range. Now I'll grab some Chipotle and I'll probably watch the Jets game for the 6th time because it's just so beautiful.
Half chicken, half steak, Bonesy. Let's go.
Mike Williams had a drop. We forget. We thought he only had one target. He actually had a drop.
Did you see the Fialkow breakdown on that?
Oh, I missed the.
Go back because the broadcast didn't really show it, and Fialkow had the all 22, the end zone angle. So it was the best. Fialkow's honestly right. It was probably the best throw Rodgers made all game, and it was the incompletion. He got roughed on the play because Simmons grabbed his helmet, and Rodgers got hit as he's throwing it and threw a 40-yard missile in stride to Williams, who I think catches it if this is the same play next week now.
Right. It was so beautiful. Every time I keep watching the game and just appreciating the offense. We're really going to start making us work through the offense. We're going to be known. Like if we could just jump out to New England and put some points on the board, that will set the tone so much more than if we were to get, trying to get on defense and get a stop, because they're going to try to run it down our throats, and we got to be ready. I better see like Pete Castro said, I better see some run blitzes. And I was arguing with Nate about this when Saleh made that timeout. I get why some people were upset about it, but as a coach I felt the momentum, in my chair. I felt like that was a good timeout because if they have to get that third down that they're going to pass, and if they don't get it, we give Aaron Rodgers the ball back with like 50 seconds and one timeout to get into field goal range, which is probably his best skill set. So as much as everybody was mad about that pass like dropped into Pollard's lap. Like it was I don't know. It was crazy that happened, but I still thought
I didn't hate it as much as others did because I want to be aggressive when I have one of the 5 greatest quarterbacks of all time. Like I want to give him more possession. So I wasn't that upset. And honestly, even down 3 at halftime, like I felt pretty good. Like, and then seeing the Jets actually get the ball to start the half and go down the field and score a touchdown, like that never happened. So that was awesome to see too.
Yeah, and we have to face facts. We've been a second half team for how many years? 3 years now. So I feel like besides the Ridley bomb that Sauce kind of like thought hit the ground or gave up on, or thought Clark was going to make the play, besides that lucky touchdown, we didn't even give anything up. So, that was the only touchdown they had, and that was pretty lucky to me. So
they gave up 17 points and only 7 in the second half. Like
and that touchdown was it. That was the touchdown they gave up.
82-10 when the defense allows less than 20 points. Aaron Rodgers in his career. There it is.
Hell
we just
yeah,
watched it. And by the way, the Jets would be 11-6 last year if they just scored 24 points in every game, and they haven't even scratched the surface of an offense of what they could be yet.
I know. When you told that to Sabo, he was telling you were a maniac. He was like, dude, you're a maniac. Well, hey, I'm so excited. Happy birthday, Tom Mace. Happy birthday to you tomorrow. I'll tell you tomorrow. And Thursday is closer than we think, man. Jets, Jets. Let's go, baby.
Are you ready for the Neil Shuffle in person, Bonzi?
I got the swirl down, and I got the J-E. I'm ready. I got the Neil Shuffle is already in the bag, so I'm gonna pull it out. Me, Chef, Rob B, a couple of us have been practicing too, so we're ready to go.
I love it. Bonesy, excellent call. Good luck with the rugs at Alden's. Tremendous. What a show this has been. I got 2 more calls. I said I was going to do 1 more, but we got a legend on the line. Ladies and gentlemen, how about Skywise here? A 50 spot. Are you kidding me? Wow. This is incredible. Oh, this is Skywise. I'm on the money phone. Happy birthday, Jake. Cake on me. AR is going to be fine. Haters just hate. Keep up the great job. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that. Very nice of you. Birthday's tomorrow, everyone, for those asking. I'm seeing people in the chat. I honestly swear to God, I haven't even thought about it. I'm just like so focused on Thursday. This week's been nuts with the short week. I got we got the tailgate Thursday. We got the game, late night post game. I got Beningo Friday morning, Fireman Ed Friday afternoon. And then I'm doing Joe's podcast at the Hackensack Brewing Company Friday night. So I'm all in this week on the Jets. Come here like Saturday or Sunday, and I'll come up for air a little bit. Although I'm on ESPN Radio, ESPN New York 880 from 3 to 6:25 before the Mets game on Sunday night. So I'll talk Jets and all things NFL on the radio on Sunday. But thank you for the super chat, Skywise. Appreciate that. Rodgers has been awesome so far. Awesome. He's been exactly what they have needed so far to get that win on Sunday, and now you feel comfortable about this team going into Thursday. Might not be easy, but Aaron Rodgers at home against Jacoby Brissett, that's a huge advantage for the Jets. Seriously, go into every game and look at who the quarterback is versus our guy. More times than not, you win the game if you have the better quarterback. People try to make too much of the other stuff. I mean, we've seen this. Wow, Hawk with a $20 happy birthday super chat. Hawk, I won't show the Zach Wilson chart. All right? I'll give you a bang! I appreciate it, though, Hawk. Thank you. Thank you. Next dumb comment you make, I'll try to remember this, and I'll give you a pass. All right? That's what your $20 gesture gets you. Oscar the Grouch checks in. Is this Canadian money, Oscar? I see the CA there. Thank you, Oscar. Jake, I'm going to swing some rum for you tonight and smoke a fatty. Thank you for this community and this being one of my favorite Jet shows. By the way, I think Cheats fan burned down those apartments. Interesting. Let me shout out Oscar the Grouch here. So Oscar, I'm going to pull up his Instagram. He runs an account literally called like Oscar the Grouch or something, but it's just memes from the show. which is hilarious. It's just memes from the Jake Asman show and like the spin-off shows, I guess, if you will. It's the Real Grouch 755. All right. Everyone follow Oscar's account if you want funny memes from the show. Like, seriously. Let me see. Like, so awesome. Jake finally getting to interview Aaron Rodgers, and it's Pittsburgh Mike. He's got the best, like, moments from the show. Me not having any inspiration for memes, and then I see Charles called in. Like, it's hilarious. So, been meaning to shout Oscar out for a while. The account's great. So, shout out to you, Oscar. Thank you, my friend. All right, 2 more calls. Jersey Jet is next. Hey, Jersey Jet.
Yeah, what's going on, Jake?
Jersey Jet. I hear an echo. Can you turn down the YouTube?
Good.
Let's see. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I can't talk because it echoes. You just talk and make your point.
All right. My birthday gift to you is the Jet O-line gelling. Because, baby, when that thing gels, you hear what I'm saying? When it gels, the killer bee's going to go crazy. Now, I don't want to kill Sauce. He ain't have his greatest game, but Ridley, that's why I wanted him in the offseason. Ridley is nice. We could have really used him. We could have also used, what's the kid's name from the Giants, man? Ooh, who would have got him?
Neighbors.
Malik, him and Garrett. Oh, that could have been nasty, bro.
You're going to need Odo, though.
Huh?
You're going to need Odo.
Yeah, we're going to need him. And if I was the Jets, I'd put him out there a little often to get him some real-time game reps. You know, and get the big guys some rest. But we got to get creative. That dual-back thing, I think that could really be something special, like a new age ground and pound, man. So, Hackett, his game wasn't that bad. And if he's willing to, like, grow and adapt a little bit, he might be all right, bro. Jets, Jets.
Jersey Jet, I appreciate it. Look, obviously, another receiver at the top of the first round would have been awesome. But I think Olu is going to pay off dividends. First off, I hope he doesn't have to play, but I think at some point he's going to have to. All right, Tyron Smith is a baller, though, man. So I hope he can stay as healthy as possible. Now, as far as the receiver position as a whole, I think Mike Williams is only going to get better. I mean, he had arguably the biggest catch of the game, you could say, on Sunday. He'll be all right. And I do think Devontae is still a strong possibility if the Raiders fall out of it, which, despite their win over the Ravens, which was a big surprise, I don't think the Raiders are a great team. Mother effing Chew with a super chat. Happy birthday, Jake. Thank you, Chew.
Choo, mother effing choo.
All right, we got time for one more call on what has been a marathon show, a wild show, a show that has featured the likes of Chiefs fan we never knew existed. Ladies and gentlemen, we say hello to B-Mac.
B-Mac. Look at my TV. B-Mac. I love Aaron Rodgers. Jets. Go Jets.
Hey Jake, good afternoon. Twice a day is good. I just, I hate bringing this guy's name up, but I just had to do it. Alan usually says that he has to mute me every time I pop on. So whenever he pops on or something like that, I know he's never gonna come on the show, but if he goes on Boy Park Green show again, whatever, I'm gonna have to do the same thing, mute him, man, because I can't listen to him. Like when you listen to him talk, it hurts my head so much. Like,
you're talking about Alan, right?
Yeah.
Alan is back? Whoa!
I didn't want to call, but I thought it was necessary today.
I'm more of a comment guy than a call guy. There's a lot of Jet content creators and a lot of regular Jet callers. Chef Kevin, he's a nice guy. He hates 98% of my takes, but that's his prerogative. So yesterday he talked the kumbaya claim that everybody should trust Robert Saleh. Oh, Robert Saleh this and Robert Saleh that. To me, when I watch Robert Saleh, I see a guy who lacks head coaching instincts. Please do not talk to me and other Saleh haters. They are winning games in spite of this coach, okay? The pom-pom Jet fans, I know B-Mac, he's in his own universe. I think he's arguing with himself 90% of the time. I get a lot of the hate throughout a lot of these Jet contents because I speak the truth. This is a loser franchise. I'm sorry to say this to a lot of you pom-pom Jet fans. This team hasn't won shit in my lifetime or in, I'll say 90% of Jet fans who watch these shows lifetime.
I will speak to you in about 2 months.
There's Allen. Wow. He came and he went. I know Jake Asman is definitely going to see that today before his show.
Bum. You're a bum, Alan.
Yeah.
Continue, B-Mac.
Yeah. And to say that I'm in my own universe and I argue with myself 90% of the time, I mean,
you only argue with Dave Brigger. Let's get that correct.
Yeah, but let's be honest. Me arguing with myself 90% of the time is more tolerable than watching him go on the camera and just spew off nonsense and negativity. You know, we can go. I mean, the Jets can go 16-1, and then when he calls, he's gonna say, "Well, you remember that week one loss to San Francisco?" So I just don't get it. But the other thing is that I got a question. Did the Tennessee Titans game in the stadium, was that turf? Or was the stadium was on turf?
I think it was grass.
Okay, so Rodgers should be fine Thursday, right? Going back home on turf.
I mean, I hope so.
Yeah. Well, that's my question. Thank you.
B-Mac, thank you.
B-Mac. Hey, you hater guy. Allen sucks and JJ can kiss my ass before I wipe.
Now that's a show, folks. Hit the like button on your way out of here. Once again, I mean, I forgot on the show, I hit over 38,000 subscribers. 38,000 of you as maniacs. Thank you. Cannot wait to meet a bunch of you at the home opener in 48 hours. If you're coming, stop by L5, BYOB, BYOF. Don't park at L5, park near it. It's all happening. It is going down. Also, if you haven't bought tickets yet, use promo code Jake Asman on SeatGeek, either the app or the website, and get it $20 off if you've never used SeatGeek before. Bonus shows available if you want more content on Patreon right now, patreon.com/Jake Asman Show. Merch store is restocked with amazing items. JakeAsman.com/shop, JakeAsman.com/shop. All right, that does it for me. We're back tomorrow with a show around 10 a.m. Parles will join us at 4 p.m. in the afternoon. What a program. What a time to be alive. JETS, Jets. Thanks to all the calls, super chats, memberships, Fialkow for the film review. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Enjoy your Tuesday. Go Jets. Have a good one, everybody.
And normally, Rodgers in complete command in those situations. Rodgers looking, end zone! Touchdown, Breece Hall! Down today for New York. Give it to him. Allen cuts it to the outside. He's gone! Jets trying to hold on. Tennessee trying to rally. Levis, a dart. It's bobbled and dropped.
I do love that about Jets fans, you know what I mean? They care so damn much. And this has been a shit season, for sure. But we will be back. Hell yeah.
To all the non-believers. How did that? To all the non-believers. Anybody can be beat. We're pissed off. People gave us no chance, like we barely made it in playoffs. We're a good football team. For all you non-believers, disrespect us, talk crap about the defense like we ain't the third best defense in the league. All we hear is about their defense. They can't stop a nosebleed. 25th in the league, and we the one to get disrespected.
Congratulations. See you in Pittsburgh.
Can't wait.